Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one, the only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. It is your boy, your host, Robbie J, aka the Admiral. Welcome aboard our pirate ship, the one and the only show, Rumboyz After Dark. I cannot believe I just fudged that a little bit there. But welcome to Rumboyz After Dark, where we break down all of your favorite topics throughout the week in the world, in the industry of sports. I am joined by my loyal panel and also two special guests as well. We're going to go ahead and make our way around the horn. Y'all know them. Clock Management. Justin, what is good, bro?
What's up, everyone? Make sure you check out our episode we got coming out tomorrow morning. We're giving away a Ricky Williams jersey this month, so make sure you guys get in on that. And I'm just saving everyone by the spread of this virus. I'm taking one for the team here, guys, so you guys don't have to. You're welcome.
I knew we were going to do it somehow, some way. My gosh. I am also joined here. We are joined here with a special guest. You guys remember him from Super Bowl weekend, probably. Frank B. of the Fantasy Wire HQ.
Gentlemen, how we doing?
Ready to get drunk.
Yeah. I apologize in advance. I had my laptop underneath of my gym bag to go work out today. Slide it out of the back seat. Boom! On the frozen tundra concrete. So I have a nice 2-inch crack in the screen. Camera's a little in-op, so you're getting the screensaver today.
All good. Hey, we got your wonderful voice. That's all that matters, brother. Before I get into that there in the chat, I just saw that. We will take care of that. I am joined as well. We are joined as well by Jake Miller, Rumboyz Combat.
What's up? An article about how the Deontay Wilder fight and rematch could ruin AJ versus Fury. I'm going to have an interview in the next few days with our boy, sponsored fighter, Cesar Gutierrez. I'm going to have an article on that. Number 2 contender for Shamrock FC. We're going to see what's next. Maybe a title shot for the Rumboyz. See what happens.
I am hearing some early murmurings about Bellator coming up. I'm not dropping any bombs just yet, but we make it do what it do over here. I'm excited for Cesar. I can't wait for that interview, brother. We are joined, ladies and gentlemen, by he's just an icon living. Jimmo, the icon, is in the building. What is good?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for having me on the show, fellas.
Cheers. Hey, it's a pleasure, bro. It's a pleasure. I haven't seen you since the Super Bowl. It's nice to see that you're still alive. We do have some dono hype in the chat, so we're going to start off the show just like that. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls want to do. Rumboyz Fitness, thank you for that dono. Appreciate it, bro.
Hello.
So should we get into the first topic of the night? You guys ready for some football, right?
I'm ready.
Man. Let's go.
Yes.
I have my mic muted. I am definitely ready. Let's do this.
But we're gonna have to get you on that mute control over there, man.
Yeah, I got distracted. I got a lot going on over here. I got pizza, beer, more beer, and more beer.
It sounds like a damn good time. Andrew Single, we got you on Brady Watch. We'll be talking about that. Don't you worry. Hang out here. Make sure you guys subscribe if you are new. First topic, we're actually going to start off with Justin, Mr. Clock Management Fantasy Football. Make sure you guys subscribe to his YouTube channel if you have not already. Jerry Jones has reportedly not completely ruled out a Dez Bryant reunion with the Dallas Cowboys. Dez responded on Twitter saying, "Let's get it." Should the two parties reunite? And do you even want to see Dez back on the field, to be honest?
I mean, before I get into it, we got some more Dono hype going on here. So,
yo, this fucker's trying to kill me.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's all you got for me, Rumboyz. Fitness. Got it now.
This lasts for a hot second, brother.
I'm excited to see him. I want to see him back on the field. I don't think he's going to be like a huge fantasy relevant player but I'd like to see him. Just the creepy part to me is that Jerry Jones said he's been thinking about it a lot in the shower, and that did not give me a good visual. I don't appreciate that, Jerry Jones. No one wants to think about you in the shower.
I don't think that no one wants to have Jerry Jones think about them in the shower.
Yeah, either way, I don't want anything to do with Jerry Jones and showering going on like that.
Great. What do you do, bro?
I've got some breaking news really quick.
Break it, man.
Tony Romo re-signs with CBS, baby. Yeah.
Yes. As
That
the
is a
highest
win.
paid broadcaster in football.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I did
So-
not want to see him go to ESPN. I was
Over
terrified.
$10 million. Over $10 million.
Yeah, they matched it past like 17 mil or some shit. Like they locked his ass up. He's good.
Good.
Yeah,
for
he's
him.
good.
He is fucking great. By the
And
way.
what makes it even
Good for
better,
him. He
what makes
deserved
it
it, man.
better as a play-by-play guy that I do play-by-play myself, I like that he's getting the deal, and he's also reshaping the sports media market where Stephen A. Smith ain't no longer the highest paid, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I like to say he's reshaping the free agent market for broadcasters, you know.
So,
But listen, if he would have went to ESPN, what he's doing in CBS and what he's building for himself now, ESPN would, you know what they do, right, to their talent. They take that, they pigeonhole you into these stupid produced hot take shows. They would have paraded them around on all the facts, not fictions. You win, you lose. I'm right, you're wrong. Fox News debates, and they'd have killed his ass, right? They would have run him into the ground.
Appreciate
Everybody
it, man.
would have hated him. So CBS locking him up is the best thing they could have done. On Dez Bryant, though, Clock, I'm going to disagree with you, man, because I don't want to see Dez Bryant. What's he got to offer? I mean, he's a lateral move to nostalgia. Yes, exactly right. But I think it's a lateral move right across to what, a wide receiver 3 maybe. I mean, I don't think he's got speed. The last time we saw him, he got hurt in New Orleans trying to make the Saints team. I don't know if it was ACL again or whatever the case. I mean, on tape, running around in shorts, does he look good? Yeah. You know, everybody does off of every injury they've ever had. But on the field,
I don't.
between the hashes, I don't know, man. I don't think he's got much to offer if he came back. And you've got Cooper, Cobb, Mike McCarthy's revamping that whole system. Do they get along? I mean, it's a
do
strong
you have Cooper,
personality.
though?
Do I have Cooper?
Yeah, I mean, he still doesn't have a contract.
They ought to pick him back up.
I absolutely agree.
McCarthy's all about throwing that ball. So, man, if they don't lock up Amari Cooper, I'd be real surprised.
Yeah, they need to. I mean, I just want to see him in the Cowboys jersey again. Like I was so sad like when he had that second injury. Like I
kind of wanted to see him do something after that, but I mean that's kind of like a telltale sign getting hurt again. And shit, that's just not good. I mean, you can only hold up so much, you can only force it so much. So who's to say he doesn't play 3-4 games and gets hurt again, even worse, or who knows what?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't expect him to be a big impact. Just I think it'd be cool to see. I want to see it. I just don't think he's still got it.
Okay. I dig that. Jake the Great.
So my opinion on this is I don't think it worked before Dez had the injuries and lost some speed. I think they had issues in the past. I'm not sure it can work when you have Dez being forced to listen to a guy that's making $27 million on a franchise tag or more on a contract. I don't think it's the best thing for Dak at this point to have Dez Bryant back. And you're not going to help his confidence if you bring back a guy that really is more of a Romo guy than Dak guy. That's just my opinion on that.
Okay. Jimmo, the Icon Living, which, by the way, guys, look out for his podcast coming beginning of April.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you very much. Nice takes by everybody. listen, 2015, he had 31 receptions. 2016, 50 receptions. 2017, 69 receptions. Do I feel that he can help the Cowboys? Yes. Why not? As a number 2, maybe a low end 2, high end 3, if anything. I like the guy though. I like him back with the Cowboys. And is Dak coming back? What's his deal?
So
Franchise tag. Most
They franchised him. Wow. Okay.
$27 million next year.
So what we're hearing is, I did want to touch on that here during the show. I know that there is a verbal report from Ian Rappaport. Now, I just want to first go on record that Ian Rappaport has steered me wrong before, which is why I do not use him as a source in my career no longer. He's the only one to come out and state this. I guess the Cowboys are placing the exclusive tag on Dak, but that is per him. Schefter has not tweeted. Until my phone goes off here in my lovely hand, then I don't know why I just called it my lovely hand. That was some weird shit. But until my phone goes off, I'm letting everyone know I don't have any reports of that. But it does sound like that they are going to exclusive tag him, which gives them an option to then work towards something with Amari. I'm okay with seeing Dez, but not in a Dallas uniform. I want Dez to come back, be old, and be great at the same time, and make Jerry Jones eat his damn words. And that's what I would prefer.
Where do you see him going then? Where would you like to see him besides Dallas?
Come to DC, teach Terry McLaurin everything you know.
You think he would go to a rival? Really?
Hey, I'm a Redskins fan, okay? I'm supposed to.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if Jerry will let that happen, though.
Yeah,
At this point, any offer he should take.
Yeah, I don't think
that's.
If I were Jerry Jones, I would love it if he went to a rival at this point.
But he's thinking about him in the shower. I mean, come on, that's got to mean something.
I mean, did you see him working out in those shorts? Of course he was.
Well,
I just
you
want
should
to
see me work out in some shorts. It's not a pretty sight.
Yo, Perry's not here today, so we don't need those type of jokes, Justin. Yo, you just really pulled a Perry right then and there. Shout out to Perry, Justin's co-host. We love you, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have to give a shout out to the organization. They would kill me if I didn't say hello, so hello. Thank you.
I like it. I don't know who the organization is. It's okay. Never mind. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
I think we all agree the worst moment of like those guys trying to work out back to the league was T.O. just trying to run routes and literally nothing. A couple years ago when he was like 41 years old. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yep. The
Now,
failed
what was the last
T.O.
team he played
comeback.
for? The last team that he played for, who was that?
Oh,
Bengals?
I don't even remember. Was it the
Bengals?
Bengals?
No, that was Chad Ochocinco.
I thought.
Who actually, I think
I thought
it was
Owens
probably
went to it.
worse.
Oh.
No. I don't think Owens ever went to Cincinnati. Do we have a stat guy or something?
Definitely was
I'm on it.
at Cincinnati.
I'm working on it.
2011, the dream team. Carson Palmer.
Terrell Owens was on the Bengals.
2010 Bengals. And
That
then
is fascinating.
indoor, but no, not technically, because indoor football league, the Allen Wranglers. So don't forget about your Wranglers knowledge there.
Yeah, wait, who could have forgot about the Wranglers?
Yeah. He did. I think he did come back here August 2012. He did a 1-year deal with the Seahawks, but then
He
they
never
released
played,
him.
though.
Yeah, they didn't get him on the field much. So yeah,
I'm sorry,
CFL.
who the fuck is talking? Because I'm looking at you guys. I don't see anybody.
Frank B.
My
Frank
helmet
B.
icon.
Oh,
I haven't incorporated a mouth movement into that icon yet, so I'm working on it, man.
All right. I think okay. You're like the Power Ranger guy up there, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I think it's a football helmet, but
Yes.
He prefers
Is it?
Megazord.
I'm sorry, man. Hey, great show, by the way, man. I love your shit. You're fucking awesome.
Absolutely. Thank you. You too.
Yeah,
As is the organization.
Yeah, I haven't done shit yet though, but thank you though.
No, you'll get there, man.
No, you did the ad for Rumboyz.
Yo,
Did I?
Shit, yeah, that was
in
epic.
the shower. Yeah.
That was epic.
Oh, fuck man.
That's probably where
I
that's
was
probably
like,
where
gonna get
Jerry
sued
Jones was
by, like,
riffing from.
Twitter or something. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I've been in so much legal trouble. So Twitter fucking sends me this letter of notification of like security alert. I'm like, fuck it. I'm not dealing with this shit anymore. I had 7 lawyers in the past. But anyway, I'm sorry to defer.
Well, could we get
Sure.
Jimmo's shower scene cut with Jerry Jones's head and then have a flash above that of Des Bryant running some routes in shorts? That'll work.
I'll get on that right now.
That will
I'm
work.
glad that you guys saw that though. But don't I have a nice ass?
I was impressed.
hey,
I was like,
bro, I don't know, man. If I was under center, I would gladly. But let's get into the next topic here.
right.
Yeah, please.
And on that note,
Yeah, while we take Justin's dono here.
I just did, man.
If both were 100% healthy, mainly Tua, who are you drafting at the 101? If you were the GM, is it any chance Tua slides up above Burrow for you?
I'm going first, right?
No, Jimmo goes first.
Jimmo
Yeah, I'm
first.
sorry.
Here we go. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I tried to look really fucking cool with these glasses. I never wear accessories. I
nailed
couldn't
it.
see anything. So,
You got the
I'm still
stash.
beautiful.
It's a great accessory. You're good.
fuck yeah. Thank you, man. All right. Anyway, I'm sorry. What was the question?
Hey,
Burrow
Jimmo, you're
versus Tua, if they're both going to stay healthy.
The bartender? What?
Burrow versus Tua, if they both stayed healthy.
Oh.
Who would you take?
Give me Burrow. Hands down. Burrow. If I'm a GM, if I'm the Bengals, I'm giving the fucking kid all the money in the world. Draft him. You have nobody else. You had Andy fucking Dalton, who might be a Bear. I guess that was some early rumblings, right?
Yeah, they still have him right now.
Technically, yeah. But I mean, you have to go Burrow. He played lights out last season at LSU. Tua is fucking awesome, but he gets hurt. He's a piece of glass. Detroit maybe should take him. I love Stafford though. That's a whole other topic. I'm a big Stafford fan, and then that fucking guy is amazing. But anyway, yeah, Burrow all the way. Robbie, you fucking look good, buddy. Look at you.
Thank you.
Why the fuck did I invite this guy on the show? But it's after dark, man. It's okay. I'm here to change things up, the culture, just for a little bit.
For the culture, baby. Hey, you're next.
So I would say the second season that Tua had was his best one, and that ended with him being benched in a conference title game and getting saved. The best season I've seen from Burrow was a record-breaking season in the SEC. So I have to go with Burrow. He has the better college peak, and he also has stayed to the point where I think he is a bigger guy. He'll be a bigger guy as he gets to the NFL weight rooms, and I think he's just going to be a more reliable, bigger guy in the pocket to avoid tackles. Even if they both stay healthy, I just see him being able to break tackles better or scramble better than Tua.
Okay, now let's. I just want to make sure I remind before we go to Free B. Burrow did get a little banged up in that national championship, if y'all remember. So I just want to make sure that we all get that picture.
The question is, if they both stay healthy. That's the thing.
I understand that. Frank B?
So,
Yeah, for me, if I try to make it as simplistic as possible, I'm a GM. I'm looking at both guys, and they're right now 100%. I do favor Burrow, only because I think if you watch Burrow and the games he's played, maybe it's the passing game, the coordinator, but he's throwing the ball downfield, and that's what the NFL is all about. Downfield, big plays, explosive plays. And Tua is like a West Coast offense. It's short, it's dink and dunk, it's curl routes, drag routes. But when you compare them like side by side, I think on the outside passes, outside the numbers, those are the NFL throws, passes in the red zone, against the blitz, against pressure. And I think that's where Burrow kind of outshines Tua in those situations. I like that. To me, that gives him an edge. Plus, he's got that X factor swagger. You know what I mean? Whether it's like a Mahomes style or Lamar Jackson, it's not the same guy, but that swag and what he brings into a locker room, and guys just gravitate towards him, man. It's like he's got it. So I think for me, it would be Burrow, and those would be my reasons for sure.
I think that swag might be compensation for those small hands, though.
True.
No, I think Burrow. So it's hard because Burrow this last year was on fire, and he's killing it. And it's hard to know if that's like development as a player or he had one good year. Because if it was the NFL, you have one good year and you've been bad for many years, people are going to expect regression. Well, not that he was bad, but so if Tua, I like the career he put together. So I think I don't know. I think I might have to go with Tua if he were healthy. But right now, even if he tests good, like all his health comes back as good, I'm not taking him first overall if I'm anyone, the Bengals, just because of that. Like there's no way his health he stays healthy. You know what I mean? He's already shown that.
Okay. My turn. C. So me personally, I with the injuries and these surgeries that Tua has had to have time and time again throughout his career, I'm not buying into him at all, period. And I don't want him as a solution at the 101. Burrow's the safer pick. There's a reason why he threw up 56, 60 some odd touchdowns in college. I'm taking the guy that played consistently and was healthy and put up the stats, and I don't give a damn about his small hands. Don't worry, NFL. There will be some lucky woman that will appreciate small ass hands. You don't have to worry about it, and that's my take.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, his small hands are the same size as Patrick Mahomes.
I know, but you know what they say: small hands, small gloves.
That's right.
I have a question.
Hello, Twitter world.
It's a known fact, by the way. Small hands mean lower score on the Wonderlic. It's a known fact. No.
Yo, you just
Robbie, I have.
Is that actually accurate?
That'd be great if it's true. If I just threw it out and just it'd be hilarious. But
man, I'm gonna look up the correlation here. There's probably a better correlation between that hand size to score on the Wonderlic than Wonderlic scored to performance in the NFL.
Oh my god,
that'd be hilarious.
Jimbo, what were you about to say, bro? Or just say Robbie?
With the number 2 pick, Washington Redskins select.
Let's get into the next topic.
Well, no. Okay, well, this goes into the Tua thing, actually.
Yeah.
If Tua is available, I've heard rumblings too, and I'm asking as a fan of the Rumboyz, of the NFL and everything else, you being a Redskins fan, do they trade out of that pick? Are they confident in Haskins? Because I've heard rumors about him going elsewhere, him going to the bench. What does a Redskin fan have to say to that?
Are we going around the quarter here real quick on our takes?
Yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it. Okay. I'm sorry for fucking up the
no, it's fine.
Format.
No, that was a perfect segue into the exact topic.
Man, I don't care if you take a quarterback for early in the first. That's the quarterback you stick with for at least 4 years. You can't just give up on a guy. I mean,
I'm sorry, man.
But Josh Rosen was the exception, and I'm not sure that was the best idea. No, I mean I'm not sure that was.
How the fuck did you know I was going
Rosen.
there?
I think they gave up on him too soon. I think he has a chance as well.
Hold on, Jake. Hold on. Let me go ahead and take this really quick because he did ask the Redskins fan. So let me attack this because Jake was like, "Hold on, no, fuck this." Jake was ready. He was like, he came out bow swinging.
Hey, I like Ohio State, man. So Haskins is kind of a guy. I do support. So
I get it. I am going to say yes. You need to roll. You need to roll with Haskins. You need to stick with Haskins. The Redskins, we are known for kind of blowing smoke and being really good at this, and getting what we want out of drafts. If you remember, are the Redskins going to go after Andrew Luck, or is it going to be RG3? Is it Andrew Luck or RG3? Then, if you remember, it was more so recently. How we were going to end up with guys. How we ended up with Haskins. Was it going to be Haskins or Daniel Jones? I feel like we kind of forced. If you even go back and look at my early reports, I feel like we forced New York to have to go and get Daniel Jones because we were like, oh, you're interested in that dude? So are we. And we forced them to have to jump up and go get him, which led us to get the guys we wanted, which was Dwayne Haskins. I think that Rivera knows what he is doing. I think that Rivera may has even spoken to Haskins low-key and been like, listen here, bro, it's going to be your team, but we need to play this long-haul game, and we need to play this psychological game of the NFL. We're going to blow some smoke up these people's ass. It's your team. We still going to go with Chase Young, but we're going to entertain this year a little bit. Make it look like we're entertaining them, yada, 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 this, that, and the third, and then we move from there and see what happens.
Yeah. Man, who would have thought RG3's NFL career would last longer than Andrew Luck's?
Wow.
Yeah.
RG3 was out of the league for a year and a half, 2 years. So
That's
we have
true.
to play an extra year and a half to catch up to Andrew Luck. So.
Man, I have heard. I mean, the Redskins have been talking about like we might trade or we're interested in Tua, like you're saying, Robbie. Think that's all smoke screens. But if they're doing that, is that saying that they're going to trade back and not take Chase Young? Because I think they should just take Chase Young. Just don't put up that.
They
smoke
have
screen.
to take Chase Young.
That's what I'm saying. Don't trade back. Don't trade back. You got the best player in the draft.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that we're gonna be. I don't think that's an issue. Frank.
Yeah, I'm with my fellow DMVer, man. Listen, the Redskins cannot be burning picks on quarterbacks year in and year out. What Jake said is 100% right. You can't just bail on the guy a season in, especially with a new regime. I know it's a new regime, but I mean, Riverboat Ron comes up from Carolina. How well is he going to mesh with Bruce Allen in this draft? Is Bruce going to let him have some say in these picks? Is it going to be Bruce taking Bruce guys? But Clock's right 100% too. You get Chase Young, you build the trenches, you build that team, you protect the franchise, Haskins, and you grab a street free agent or a vet that's, not signed if shit hits the fan during the season and it tanks. But there's no use in burning a pick on another young quarterback when you got trenches to build, defensive line, defensive end. I mean, they got some holes to fill both sides of the ball. So I want trenches all day long. I want to protect Haskins. I want linemen. The draft's not too deep with offensive linemen this year. There's some good ones, but it's not as deep as years past. So you got to hit on a couple of them within the second, third, fourth rounds for sure. So they better be doing their homework there. But there's no way I'm burning a pick on a quarterback. No, absolutely no way.
I have to ask the question, Frank. This actually has nothing to do with football.
Hit me.
I understand that you're a Ravens fan, correct?
Yes.
You're from Baltimore, correct?
Yes.
Was the Fantasy Wire HQ somehow inspired by The Wire?
Yes.
I knew it!
What The Wire is life, man. I can tell you shit about that show for real. That series was 100% real. There's
seen it.
There's no Hollywood set. There's no construction. What you see is what you see when you drive through there. And if you don't believe me, we'll go drive down there. East side, west side, all that shit is 110% on the money.
Dude, I knew it. I was like, I think he inspired. I think like he named his show like inspired it like off The Wire, like being from Baltimore, being a Ravens fan. I'm like, there's just too many connections that's not how that happened.
Right. And as good as anybody as a DMVer, you don't see a lot of shit with Baltimore for a long time. Nothing's come out of there, whether it's hip hop, music, anything, right? So the movie hits back in the day, it blows up. The rap scene right now is insane. It's good. There's lots of good shit going on out there. So like for me, it's like, man,
Baltimore?
that's my home. Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
Is it fucked up? Yeah.
What the
sorry,
fuck is
wait.
DMV?
DMV
No
is DC,
disrespect.
Maryland,
What?
Virginia.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
No disrespect to Baltimore. What the fuck is going on in Baltimore?
It's a fucked up place, man.
Lamar
but
Jackson.
No,
that's
I
it.
get it's a fucked up place, but I mean,
Logic.
you're saying there's like music and everything else coming out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of good shit.
Like who?
Oh, South
Like
State's
who?
the
You
biggest
got
state.
Jay Royale. You got Jay
Who?
Love. Jay Royale. Look him up. The
Jay
guy is
Royale.
insane. You know, you like Los? LOS? Los?
Yeah,
Baltimore.
I do like
I have
Los.
no
I
idea
do
what it
like
is.
Los.
You like Wale? DC?
Well, I like
But
all day.
Are these
Absolutely, man.
musical artists? Who are these people?
Yeah.
I was
They're all
thinking
hip hop
Are
artists.
they gang members? I don't know.
I know Wale. I know
If you
Wale
wanna
and
talk-
Los.
Some word.
We can do a whole new. We can do a whole nother show on this shit. I'll talk
I
this
would
all
love
day.
you on my show for this. I'm
Let's do
sorry.
it, man.
Robbie,
Yeah.
Robbie, I'm sorry for just.
Hey,
what,
Frank,
am
you
I
left out
cock
Logic,
blocking?
by
What
the
am I
way.
doing? What am I doing
that?
here?
What's that
Is-
logic?
is-
It's all good.
The
It's
biggest
all
one's
good.
logic, by the way.
how do you call this in the internet world? Like cock blocking, wet blocking? What did I do? Did I commit a cardinal sin?
I think it's a pod block.
Pop blocking.
Can you patent that?
Listen, well, here's now you guys brought up an interesting topic. Could it be a pod block if we are all just different podcasts coming together to have fun?
No.
True.
You're
I
pod
hear you.
plugging
Well,
at that point. It's a pod plug. It's a pod plug.
Yes.
No, I love music and I love shit like that. There's a lot of good artists coming out. It's
Because
like
now everyone watching wants to see Wire come on Jimmo the Icon's podcast to talk about this. So
yeah, I'll do it.
You are a fucking genius. Jesus Christ, man. I've been waiting to talk to you. Robbie, I'm sorry. Jake, I'm sorry. Frank, I'm sorry. Can I just talk
I'll
to
just leave the stream.
Justin for a second? Can I take over your show? Let me just take it over.
Hey guys, a pod block is Dragon Ball Z reference. Capsule Corp. Catch the pod. Break it.
Pod block. We just did completely else. Next topic.
Next.
Who at the
I'm
combine?
still going to get Justin, though. I just want to talk to Justin eventually. My whole reason for being here was talking to Justin. I've never met him. That is it. I want to bitch at him for not getting that Montgomery jersey.
Oh,
And that
man.
jersey is
Nope.
not. That again. That's another topic.
we got more coming.
This
We
is-
got more coming.
Oh, this is
Jimmo.
Robbie's show. Robbie, I'm sorry. Where'd he go? Robbie is so pissed at me.
No, I'm good. Yo, let's get into the next one though. Who at the combine last night impressed you the most out of the QB wide receiver groups tonight? We actually
It starts on me, doesn't it?
It does. We just saw the running backs. We just saw the running backs go tonight, as well as a lineman earlier this morning. Jimmo, who's impressed you? Who do you want out of?
CD fucking Lamb. Holy shit, man. Really, I honestly, Robbie, I got your outline earlier today, and I was like, I have no idea what the fuck the combine is. I mean, I know what the combine is. But I'm like, you're saying I don't watch this shit. Who the fuck watches this? And then I go on your channel yesterday. You're fucking giving fucking takes and 4.3 run speeds and this and that with fucking Justin and Jake and everybody else on there. And Jake, where's Jay Love? Actually, hold on. I'm sorry.
That's his bedtime tonight.
He's on assignment. He's watching the combine. He's taking my notes for me so I can be here.
Listen, I need to talk to Jay Love. That guy, I think he is the brains of the fucking operation, to be honest with you. I love him to death. Really. I want to meet him. Where does he live?
North Carolina.
Colorado. North Carolina. I vacation there every fucking year with my family, man, at the Outer Banks. Jay Love.
You could adopt Jay Love.
I will adopt him. I love him.
Rumboyz dad.
All right, I'm sorry. What was the question?
Combine.
Combine. CD Lamb, by far.
Book it.
He is going to be better than Jonathan Taylor.
I like
Jonathan Taylor was fucking awesome. I was close to saying Jerry Rice, but I don't know.
Whoa.
So he put him against another rookie. He's like, yo, I was about to say a legend, but let me stop.
Yeah, I
Reel
did.
it back in. Reel it back in.
Yeah. Yeah. Jerry Rice was fucking badass, man. When he went to Raiders. Did you guys know he went to Raiders?
I'm like the biggest Jerry Rice fan
I
on
tried to
earth.
forget that. I think I tried to forget that one.
No, do you remember when he went to the
still don't
Seahawks?
No.
Remember his corduroys by the
Brown
time
rice.
he went to the Raiders? They're like back here.
Yeah, he went to the Seahawks and they ended his games with a catch because they didn't throw him the ball in the game. I was so mad.
That's sad. That's sad. Robbie, are we going to talk about Brady tonight?
We are.
Okay, I'll go next.
Sure,
We
yeah,
are.
yeah.
Look at the take. Take your
Yes,
take.
I'll go.
I'm sorry,
So
Robbie.
I have to go with Jefferson from LSU. I knew he had a jump. He was a jump ball guy, good vertical. But the 4.44
What's he do, Jefferson?
He's a
catch
receiver.
5 touchdowns in the first half of the
He's a wide
semifinal.
receiver. He's a wide receiver.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm oblivious to like college football. What does he do? Is he a receiver?
Yeah.
Wide receiver, 6'2",
Okay.
nasty vertical. They questioned his
LSU,
offense speed,
is
and
it?
now he's running a 4.44 at the 40. So
What school did he go to?
LSU.
That's a top-notch school, right? Like Odell came from there, Jarvis
The
Landry
top
came
school
from
in the
there.
country right
Yeah.
now. It's the top
Is it?
school, but
I remember when Miami was like number 1. Are they any good?
I mean, the city is. I like that city.
1992, 92-ish, you know.
Maybe Florida State. What about them? Michigan was like Michigan, Notre Dame, Florida State. I'm sorry. Robbie, you never
What's
let
funny
me on a
is
show
you're right,
again.
because college
Never.
football's had the same big names forever, and it's kind of sad.
I can't stop laughing. So okay. So you said Justin Jefferson. Anyone else, Jake?
Oh, Justin Jefferson's a big one for me, and seeing Taylor run a 4.41.
Yeah.
What round do you
Come
see him
on,
going?
I
in?
never
I'm sorry,
expected
Robbie.
that. I never saw that in him.
What round pick is he? Justin Jefferson.
Probably 20 to 32, I'd say now.
All right,
Easy
so
lock.
first, late first, early second. Is that what you're saying? Or no, it'll be late first, right?
Yes.
There's 32 fucking teams, isn't there?
London does not have their team yet. That's next year.
So yeah, well, so neither does
And
fucking
Mexico City.
Yeah, Mexico. Listen, Robbie.
Your
Robbie.
turn.
Who?
Frank.
No, I didn't want to.
Oh, I didn't.
interrupt. I'm sorry.
I thought we were going Robbie. No, for me, I was going wide receiver Chase Claypool. Everybody's talking about him converting to a tight end. He bangs out a 4.42, matching Calvin Johnson's record for big guy receiver fast speeds at the combine. 6'4", 238. I think, I mean, his college career.
2.0.
Yeah, I mean, he could be a monster, and he could line up at a
What
tight
school
end
did he
spot.
go to?
Notre Dame. You know that team? They got the green thing.
Yeah,
right?
I'm from
Okay.
Chicago. I know that team very well.
Yeah. But no, out there he had 66 receptions, over 1,000 yards, 13 TDs. I mean, he's a guy you could move around in an offense.
Okay.
Tight end, if you wanted him there, slot, outside. I mean, red zone target. I'm real interested to see where he ends up going. A team that takes him, I think they've got some good opportunity with him.
Frankie, where did Adam Shaheen
Yeah,
go?
but
The hospital.
oh my God! Oh, you did not just do that.
Right?
Well, no, I agree with you. I just don't know what school. Is Robbie okay? What happened?
He's good.
Frank just dropped the funniest fucking joke. Holy shit!
Oh fuck! Did it get over my head again?
No. Frank, if we had timed that, if this was a scripted show and timed that 2 seconds better, I was literally about to take a sip of beer, but you had just said that shit, so I had to run.
Yeah, he's out of Ashland University.
Ashland
Where the
University.
fuck is that?
Why the fuck would and where did the Bears pick him? Third,
It's in
fourth
Canton.
round or some bullshit?
Actually,
I don't even remember.
All right, I'm sorry again to get off topic. Robbie,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
are
for me,
gonna
it's-
invite me more and more to your After Dark show because what I got out of Frankie. Did you see that?
That was great.
Yeah, listen, I'm all about more than just football, comedy, you name it, music. So, Jimmo, we're good, man. We'll keep it rolling.
Frankie, me
Everything.
and you, Listen, Frankie, I'm going to give you my number right now. Do you have a pen?
No,
On air.
And it's for everybody else in the fucking world that's listening.
no.
Area code 312.
Oh, God, I'm muted again. I am muted.
Okay, guys, I know it already. It's 8675309. So
What?
if you don't get that,
Anybody can call me, text me, whatever. I've had this fucking number for 20 plus years, and
yes,
I've got
8675309.
Well, just hit the DM.
Jake. Why are you busting my balls? What's going on?
All right, so
I like
my
you.
pick from the combine.
Robbie, I am never
I'm
coming on your
going-
shows ever again.
I'm going with Michael Turk, the punter who did 25 reps. You guys see
come
that?
For the brand.
That was
for the brand.
impressive.
It's for the
I mean-
brand, guys.
He's a punter. Put that up. You're not trying to return those punts. He's going to flatten you.
Yes.
But from real players though, because punters aren't real players. I'm going with tight end, the tight end Albert, and then the entire alphabet. I can't say his last
I
name.
coached Joey Sly. In Pop Warner. He was a middle linebacker back then. You take that back.
He was a middle linebacker back then. Then he went wrong.
What school did he go to?
He went to North Stafford High School, and then he.
What high
Oh,
school?
see that convenient freeze?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, it was just being cool. I was wondering. I was
Wait,
like,
did he go to college?
Yeah, he went to college. He went to Virginia Tech.
I went from-
He best kicker in Virginia Tech history. Period.
Virginia Tech sucks, don't they?
Hey, get the fuck out of here with that. You leave Michael Vick, Cam Chancellor, all of our 187
No, I mean
NFL.
they were great players. I mean, shit. Look at Oklahoma State. I love Barry Sanders. Love him. Probably my favorite player. Maybe Walter.
But their shit, I get it.
very right.
That's the
Mike,
shit.
Mike,
I get it.
maybe.
But no, the fucking tight end Albert OK, and then a bunch of the entire. How do you say that name? Anyone know?
Is he Samoan? Is it a Samoan name?
Okwanuge.
Yeah,
Samoan.
I got taught
Yeah, that stuff.
Yeah, it's OKWUEGBUNAM. Nobody can say
New
that.
boy.
But anyway,
I honestly, that's what you say it. Okanubaye.
I appreciate that, Jimbo. See, that's why we brought you here.
I swear to
Jimbo.
God, I'm not bullshitting here. Okunubaye.
But he's 258 pounds and ran a
I know how big the
4.49.
son of a bitch is. I'm telling
Yeah.
you how his last name.
No, I'm not telling you. I'm telling everyone else, Jimbo.
I think Jimbo forgot that we were on air. He was like,
he's like,
I know how to
fucking
pronounce last
after-
names. You should see my last name. It's fucked up, man. Look at my first name. It's
Yeah.
Jimo, Hemo. What the? Come on.
I saw that video. Everyone trying to pronounce it.
Well, that's why I fucking did it because sometimes listen. I'm in control. I'm not crazy. Okay.
It's a fine line. It's a
But
fine
if you tell anybody,
line.
I'll kill you.
But JMO
I
is
don't know,
what most people order at a college bar. So
All right.
No.
Okay. Frankie's
let me go
really
ahead and go.
freaking me
Let
out.
me go ahead and go.
hey,
Let me
J
go
Love
ahead.
wants to get in.
The most.
Guys, J Love wants to get in.
There's no way he's getting in.
Yeah.
He's
No.
not getting
Come on.
in.
Come on. Bring him in. I love J Love.
He's like, bring in
Love
J Love.
Bring him in. That's the guy with the long hair, right? He's got that professional ESPN voice. He looks like he's 10. Right?
Okay, he just came from
He's at least
the
12.
store. He had a Capri Sun run. It's okay.
Fuck yeah. Bring in the J Love,
I'm
please.
kidding, J Love.
I am.
It's commonly
I
joked.
love that fucking guy, man.
The one that
J Love said I'm 17.
I'm
Is it-
sleep. He's like, I'm sleep. He's like, yo, fuck this. He's like, I'm going to
I
bed.
don't know. I have a lot of questions for J Love, actually, man. Robbie, I'm sorry in advance. I do.
Jimbo,
I
is
have a
that
lot of
better? Is that better?
questions. Fuck yeah, man.
That,
All right,
I knew you'd
great.
like that. I knew you would
I
like
love
that.
it. I love it. Love it.
Edgar Allan Bro.
Yo, Edgar Allan Bro, a fellow Baltimore.
How did you know that?
A fellow
Frank.
Baltimore, by the way. I don't know
Who do you know that I know?
got the link, but this nigga got the link somehow. Okay, that was crazy. That was the scariest thing ever. I did not.
Jay fucking Love!
Robbie, that was a hard R there.
Jay
Listen,
fucking
if I-
Love.
No, it wasn't.
Jay
All I-
fucking Love.
Jimmo loves
Man.
Jimmo
Holy
loves Jay
fucking
loves
shit.
so much. All I can
Messenger group
picture
chat.
Fucking Christ. I'm waking up my kids right now, and they're like toddlers, babies, because I'm screaming Jay Love's name. It's Jay
I thought-
fucking Love.
I thought you meant you're
My
waking
wife's
them
gonna
up to
come back.
see J Love. Like, hey, get up,
I
you
know
gotta
it.
come
If
see
they
J
come
Love.
down, they're gonna see the fucking Jay Love. Holy
Oh,
shit!
whoa! Don't put
Here's-
those
Look at
together.
him.
Whoa!
Look at him.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Guys, come on here. You two, do not, no
Listen,
mods, right?
listen.
Are we good? Okay, cool.
I just picture
Jay
Jimmo at Hooters eating a bunch of wings, and then he's looking at J Love, and he's like, "I love you, man." He takes his hands with all full of wing sauce and shit, and rubs his hair, makes it all messy, and just love you, bro.
I'm not a big
Yeah,
fan of
love you, bro.
Hooters.
J Love's like, "Love you, bro."
No, J Love is here.
It's what?
Holy shit! If my wife was down here, I'd show her. It's J Love.
J Love, we were talking about combine guys. Who impressed you?
Oh, man.
Today,
Yes.
Cam Akers showed out for the running backs. DeAndre Swift, Zach Moss had a couple of good showings. A sleeper I like is Keyshawn Vaughn. Guy people had probably pegged as a 5th rounder, showing up as a 4th or 3rd rounder now. I was really high on him, had about that grade on him, but people are starting to show up. Tackles, Tristan Wirfs, amazing. I think that's going to go as obvious. Other than that, the right tackle from Georgia, his name's slipping out of my head right now. The guy who played opposite of Andrew Thomas. Other than that, Jedrick Wills did about what we expected. So
Nice.
Look at that monotone fucking voice that just came in there and just soothed everybody.
What the
Holy shit, man! Fucking J Love.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna mention Claypool. Claypool obviously blew me out the water. We all saw that yesterday on stream. Jonathan Taylor was everything that I told everyone that exactly what he was gonna be in the combine. So look out for him. I have high hopes for Jonathan Taylor. DeAndre Swift was what everyone knew Swift as Swift could have been. I want to state that Bucky Brooks is a fucking retard for how he broke down his quarterbacks.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Physically
Jake Paul, number
challenged. Politically correct way, sir.
Yes, he,
Physically challenged.
Bye monetization. It's okay.
thank you. He said,
All right.
there goes all the donuts that happened earlier. He's
You
very,
two take 50%.
coronavirus.
Oh wait,
I'll
you
give a
already
shit
do.
about that.
Never mind.
he's a very special individual for how he rated his quarterbacks.
Wait, does this mean I can mention the virus now?
oh
Fuck yeah,
my
you
god!
Yep. We already lost it. So
But so no, I am impressed also with the quarterback out of Hawaii, McDonald. No one else I think looked at him as hard as I did. He caught me right away. So I'm impressed with that kid. I actually think that he could possibly be a little bit better than what Tua could be just because of Tua's injuries. I'm worried for whatever team gets Tua due to his injuries, and that just it is what it is. Is Jimmo taking off that fucking hot ass leather jacket?
Yeah, finally.
Yo, Jimmo came wearing all black like he was part of the mob.
No, that's my whole fucking shtick, man. But I got so hot, my pits are
Alright, yeah.
fucking moist.
Running backs just
What
wrapped
can I
up.
do?
What the word? Alrighty. Which team is under pressure to sign their quarterback more? The New England Patriots with Tom Brady, or the Dallas Cowboys with Dak Prescott?
Who we starting with?
Let's start with you.
I actually think it's the Cowboys because I feel like everyone kind of is expecting Tom. Like there's people on both sides of that expecting Tom Brady to leave or not, and it's like kind of an end of an era there. But with the Cowboys, they still feel that need. Like we need to win this. We need Dak to stay. So that's what I think. I think that the Cowboys are under more pressure to bring back their quarterback.
Great.
Yeah, I'm going to say Cowboys for sure. You've got the Patriots and Brady. I mean, the guy's he's going to go back, in my opinion. But the Cowboys have got Mike McCarthy running the show right now. You've got Jerry Jones with his finger on the pulse of the team and everywhere in between. The urgency is there for that team to get over the hump and get to a Super Bowl. And I think McCarthy's passing game and his emphasis on that, hopefully Zeke doesn't take a hit. He's got to have a quarterback to get this done. And without Dak Prescott or Dak Prescott in limbo, you're not doing anything to push the Cowboys story in a positive way this offseason before the season comes upon us. And we're still talking about this shit like a tag or whatever it is. If you tag him, we were talking about this before the show, right? He's going to be pissed. I mean, it's going to create a lot of bullshit with the team. And you can't have that with a fresh coach coming in. So I think they're going to lock him up and they got to get it done. They got to pay him, pony up and do it. I think the rest is just pointless to talk about it because there's no other way. You can't have that team in disarray going into a brand new season with a brand new coach and offense. They got enough shit to deal with, let alone getting over the hump in the NFC. Niners, Cowboys, Saints, the NFC is no joke. So if they don't have all their ducks in a row, everything ready, they're going to be in a world of trouble for the 2020 season.
Damn good analysis. Holy fuck. Jay.
Well, I totally agree with Justin and Frank here. And also on top of that, the Cowboys have a choice here where that could hurt or help them later. Because they're going to have to pay him long term or they might agree long term. And if he's a guy that does not improve, it's a bad contract. We know what Brady did. He's won. If he leaves, he leaves. He stays, he stays. They have 6 titles. Dak can hurt the Cowboys if he's not playing or improving at a level he should be for 5 years. Or he can be a great prospect 5 years from now and greatly improve. So it's one of those things, do you sign him to the right deal and help him and for the right contract? Or do you let him go and find somebody else and end up making a right decision? Brady's done what he's done. He could fail in New England, fail somewhere else. He's Brady. New England has 6 titles with him. Or 5 titles with him. It doesn't matter in the long term. Dak has a lot to prove and the Cowboys want to win. The Patriots have one and Brady has one. So it's definitely Dak and the Cowboys.
Yeah. And the Patriots fans already burning Brady's jersey after he lost the playoff game. So
I don't understand that, but yeah.
Let's go ahead. Let's rock it with Jimmo, the icon.
Listen, both teams need both their quarterbacks. Where is Brady going to go? Where are the Patriots going to go without Brady? Stidham? Have we seen him play? What's his name anyway?
Garrett Stidham. Yeah.
He played at Auburn.
At Auburn, I was just okay. And then look at Dallas. Who's their backup? I don't even know.
What?
Anybody else know their backup? Who is Dak Prescott's backup? Nobody can fucking say it.
Cooper Rush.
There we go.
Cooper Rush.
Yeah. Looking it up.
Hey.
Looking it up. It ain't Kellen fucking what's his name?
Kellen Moore, yeah. Kellen Moore's done. He's the quarterback's coach.
Yeah. That's right.
Coordinator. He's OC.
Coordinator. Exactly. Yeah. Maybe it should be Mitch Trubisky. Who knows?
Oh my God.
Give me Derek Carr.
1 year,
any day
he may be looking for a backup role, Mitch Trubisky. 1 year.
Give me Derek Carr over Mitch Trubisky any fucking day. Any day. As a Bears fan. And that's what I am.
Okay. J Love.
Justin.
Explains the stash. Explains the stash.
Ditka.
Basically, I'm gonna 100% agree that I do think that the Cowboys are under more pressure, but there is rumor circulating that the Cowboys are prepared to exclusive tag Dak Prescott. I sent the link in the group chat. If you want to check it, I just sent it. Basically saying they're going to give him a franchise tag worth a little bit more money to sweeten the pot for Dak Prescott to make him a little bit more happy with the 1 year deal. I saw something also that said he's probably waiting to sign this contract because the new CBA is coming in. That's going to increase the cap. Patrick Mahomes is going to sign the new record-setting deal, and he's probably going to base his contract off of that. There's a whole bunch of things going around in the NFL that people aren't paying attention to that are going to tie in directly with what Dak's going to want. And I think that's why everybody was relating to Carson Wentz, his contract, and then we kind of just sort of lost sight of that as everything's went on. I think they do need to get a deal done just because it's the Cowboys. They signed Mike McCarthy, and that's a win-now coach. That's a win-now move. Why get a coach like that if you're not planning on keeping Dak and moving forward, knowing that you had the roster last year, you just didn't have the staff for it? I think they fixed that. You sign your guy long-term, and you go at it.
I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. What I'm going to say here is, by any means, am I a fucking Cowboys fan? My job is to report the news and to report this shit unbiasedly as possible. It's a fucking shame that Dallas has not made a decision yet, and you bring in a new head coach, and this head coach doesn't even know exactly who he's going to be coaching for in terms of who's going to be under center. So the fact that the Cowboys would sit back and still have not already fronted the money for Dak, or either figured out how much money they're going to toss somewhere else, or that you want to pity pat and pussyfoot around with flirtatious options in free agency and so on and so forth, you are a catastrophe, my friends. You are complete and total fucking ass. The whole Dallas Cowboys organization is going to pay for this later in the future of this season due to this one factor. Even if you get the deal done, it took you too long to get it done. You should have already had this deal done, and he should have been inviting his wide receiver core to his crib, off-season workouts, let's get it, yada, yada, yada. The same shit that the Seattle Seahawks have done Russell Wilson to be able to thrive and succeed, so on and so forth. They need to be doing for him. If this was Tony Romo, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. He would have already had the contract without a playoff appearance. This is complete bananas. This is off the fucking charts. Pay the man. I'm also for the players too. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question. What about Des Bryant?
What we talked about earlier?
Well, what you said earlier compared to what you said now is a little salt, pepper, maybe, or tomato. I don't know.
Dez, give him to another team. But if Dez goes to them, that helps Dak even more. You're going to be able to get him dirt cheap if you're the Cowboys. So, if we want to spin it to where Dez to the Cowboys and make it exclusively about that and exclusively about them reuniting, me personally, I don't want him to go back to the Cowboys, but I want to see him again.
Does help Dak?
Yes.
Dez helps Dak?
Yeah.
No, when they were on the same team together, they had one of the worst completion rates quarterback to wide receiver in NFL history with a certain amount of attempts.
Correct. You are statistically correct. I will actually. I will
that too, J-Love. Yes.
And I just don't think that he helps any NFL.
It was less than
team at this
50%,
point.
if I'm not mistaken. It was like 46%.
Okay, this was 4 years ago, maybe 5, 6.
Yeah, 4 years ago, and we're talking about pre-30 Dez, and now you're looking at post-30 Dez.
Dak still looks good.
Progression.
He looks better than me and you, I think, running any fucking routes. Though. Shit.
Yeah, that's true.
If that guy gets targeted, let's say he gets targeted 100 times for a 16-game season, how many balls is he catching?
From Dak
with
Prescott,
the Cowboys, 40. With Dak Prescott,
40,
and Amari Cooper as their number one.
I'm gonna be generous and give him 45. Oh, probably 45.
No, in all honesty, no. Jokes aside, 60 to 65.
Is that not wide receiver two conversation?
No, that's bad.
That's bad.
In fantasy.
No, it's bad. That's not good
enough.
to.
That's not a good completion rate.
You need to be up around 70%.
He's got 65 fucking grabs and 8 touchdowns.
You need to.
Am I not taking him as my number one? No, I'm sorry, number 2.
Hey, the key point.
All I'm saying is, if you pay Dez, he's going to want $4 to $5 mil. You have Michael Gallup, who's going to be the wide receiver 1 over Des Bryant, or you can pony up the money to pay Amari Cooper 12 to 13 mil to get you that much more production and be a better route runner and take the separation off of Michael Gallup.
I get it, but he's a fucking decoy. It's Des fucking Bryant, man.
He's not a decoy at this
He's
point
not a
because
decoy
everyone
anymore.
knows
He's
who.
32 with a torn Achilles coming off of not playing for 2 years.
Two torn Achilles.
The 2 big points.
All right.
A, nobody is scared of
Robbie,
Des.
I'm sorry for interrupting your show again. I'm going to bet with you, both of you, Justin, J-Lo. I fucking love you, man. Just $1. $1.
Oh,
If Des Bryant comes back, he has 70 catches.
Nope.
absolutely! I take that bet. I will
I
take
put my
that.
life on it.
$1. And you know what? Hold on. Let's make it better. $50 donation to a animal shelter or beaten woman shelter.
Yeah, whatever charity you want. Let's just go with whatever charity.
How about I just buy you a dog?
No, I can't have a fucking dog, man.
All right,
I don't care.
Listen,
All right,
there's
all right. Here's the bet, Jimmo. I win. I'll donate whatever charity you want. You win. I'm buying you a fucking emu.
I have a llama already.
They'll get along great.
No.
It's because you lost the bet.
I have a fucking racing llama. My dad's got him. I inherited him. It's for another show. I'm sorry. It's a racing fucking llama. I'm not kidding, guys.
I'm coming there and racing your fucking llama. I swear to God, Jimmo. I'm racing your fucking llama.
Do it. You're gonna lose, man.
No, not on foot. I mean, I'm riding that thing. Let's fucking race.
Fucking ride it all you want, man. You just gotta get the Serbia. That's it. I'm not paying your way over there.
That's quote of the year. I have a racing llama. My dad just.
No, I do. Roger.
It's got a bad leg, but when it gets better, it's going to be money.
Its name is Roger.
It's a great investment. I'm telling you. You guys just don't.
My dad invested
it's the next Bitcoin
50 years ago. This paid for my 7 lawyers I had. This racing llama. I'm not kidding. This fucking racing llama.
I know you so well.
I know you
so well that you're not kidding. That's the fucked up part.
No, I'm not kidding, man. I am not.
I know.
I know this, man.
This racing llama paid for my fucking lawyer. I'm sorry again.
This racing llama.
Mike Singletary is the greatest linebacker, and Mike Ditka is
Jimmo, real quick.
On.
I know.
Let me take a stage. For anyone that does not know, I have officially interviewed the most interesting motherfucking person on the planet. And I've even now co-side helped build this person's upcoming podcast. Fucking Bruno is a goddamn genius, and everything he's telling you is fucking real. Like,
I have no reason to lie.
You
can fucking Google it. You can see that I was a star in The Stranger, and I managed fucking all these bands and the Strokes and this and that, and I fucked. Who was it? What's her name?
I'm glad you said her.
Hey, no. Hey, listen. Whatever you want to decide in nowadays, it's up to you.
I thought maybe that's why you weren't their manager no more. I'm like, you mix business with pleasure.
No, my manager died in a storm chase.
What?
Now you feel like an asshole.
Well, I mean, kind of. It's just kind of crazy, though, which I love.
No, this is the God's honest truth.
No, I'm not saying it's not. I don't believe you. I'm just
my
saying
manager.
But Jimmo, I just want to say, you were upset about not getting the Montgomery jersey or football.
So pissed off. Man.
So I couldn't give it to you, Jimmo, because like you're kind of part of the family, and it would have been people would have thought I'm cheating.
Robbie. I said, listen, man.
But Jimmo, listen. I got something for you. Okay, you gotta bring me on your show, and you can get this one right here. Okay.
What the fuck is that? It's orange.
Oh, that's a Ditka. That's a Ditka.
Oh, wow.
And I'll come on your show and I'll ship it to you.
Wow. You're gonna be the first guest on the show.
Motherfucker, how the hell he passes me up and gives you a fucking jersey?
I mean, he doesn't want yo trash. You don't want a Redskins jersey.
I'm the one who wanted it.
He's had that back there for like 15 years, just waiting for
this moment.
Yeah. I won him fantasy.
Wow.
Anyways, fucking next topic.
This is
We're
what
gonna
I had
start
with
with Frank
Drew.
B. We're starting with Frank B. We're starting with Frank B for this next topic.
Oh, Frank Gore is one of the greatest running backs ever.
After Demo's long.
Not next topic, but debatable.
We'll debate.
As Brady Watch continues, rumors are that until the new CBA is signed, the Patriots will not continue talks with Tom Brady. He has been linked to teams out west. Is it best that he stays away from Patrick Mahomes? Is just that whole division, or what's good? Frank B, you're starting this one. We're going out of order. I'm going to start calling people out.
What are we on here? We're on Brady Watch.
Tom Brady.
And this is a
Brady
scenario
Watch.
if he goes to the AFC West. I don't think he goes. Ultimately, I think he signs with New England and they lock him up. They're going to have to get it done. Tom Brady on any of these teams that have been rumored is really an odd or not correct fit,
This guy.
in my opinion.
He's fucking me up.
Who?
You're
Me?
I'm looking for somebody to fucking talk, and you're fucking me up. I'm so sorry, man.
You got the
But you're
shades on.
fucking me up, man. I can't.
All right, no,
see
but listen.
shit
If he goes AFC West, right? Andy Reid is a tenured coach. He's probably the best coach in that division. He can scheme Brady right out of the game. The Chargers' pass rush as a defense are going to knock the shit out of him.
Fucking guy.
And they don't have a defense like that in the AFC East. Brady don't see that shit every week. The Raiders, the Raiders in the new digs in Vegas, that's a complete wild card. Denver in the altitude, Tom Brady, is he going to be able to fucking breathe out there? Right? I mean, say what you want for Denver, but their defense ain't half bad either. And Von Miller chasing Brady around and slamming his ass on he's going to get his head busted off the turf just like Brett Favre in Minnesota, and that's the end of Brady. Goodbye. I think it's a way tougher division than the AFC East, and I don't see him surviving out there alone, let alone doing well. So
I'm with Frank B. Justin, go ahead.
Sorry. I just think that
You're so weird.
I just think that you gotta it's not good for anyone to be in the same division as Patrick Mahomes. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, it don't matter what your fucking name is. Just don't be in the AFC West because that's where Mahomes is.
yes,
You don't want to be there. Maybe Tom Brady and the Patriots 10 years ago could have competed
It's his
against
division.
it. But, I
It's
mean,
Mahomes.
yeah, you just avoid that at all costs and hope they lose a playoff game.
All right. Well, in my opinion, here you want to avoid any division with Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes and all the NFC. At this point.
What?
Yes, that's my
All
take.
the NFC.
Do not go to the NFC if you're Brady right now. It's too
So
deep.
that leaves the East.
Exactly. And you know where I'm going.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
back to New England.
Yeah.
Nah.
Plus, we have guys in Cleveland that like to swing helmets. Not good for Brady at his age. You have Lamar.
You just got reinstated. You just got
I can take a
reinstated.
shot. I can take a shot at him. Come on.
Hey, you are a Browns fan.
Lamar Jackson, just don't go there. Avoid that one if you can. And the NFC is tough, man. I know they didn't get the title this year. or the Super Bowl,
You're in
but-
charge.
So you're
Do not
saying
go there.
you think he should go to Miami then?
yeah.
Hey, if you stay in that division, he'll win that division anywhere he goes. That's my honest opinion.
We're talking about Brady here.
Yes.
All right, let's get Jimmo in here. Jimmo, what you think?
Brady to the Bears is a dynasty. I don't know.
For 2 years.
What
I
else?
love
2
how I
years
followed that up
dynasty.
with that.
Okay,
Dynasty,
yeah,
like-
give me 2 years. 2 years. No. I honestly do not see Brady coming back to New England. I live in the New England area, and I've heard a lot of rumbles and jumbles and such. And I've seen the guy, and he is a handsome son of a bitch.
He's no
I
Jimmy
am
G.
telling you listen, I don't go that way. You know what I mean? But it's that time where people are politically correct and stuff. He's a handsome son of a bitch, man. He really is. But he's not coming back to the Pats. I don't think so. He's gonna be in Oakland. Or I'm sorry, Vegas.
Yeah.
Vegas Raiders. That's where he's going. Anybody want to bet?
Okay. I'd like to see that actually. Where does Carr
No,
go?
I actually think that that's the best landing spot for him, just because Gruden loves old players. Gruden loves veterans.
Oh yeah, he does, and he'll win a fucking championship with them.
So
I
where
don't-
does
I don't
Derek
think he
Carr
will,
go in
but-
your situation? I'm just wondering.
Look at Rich Gannon. How old was he?
But Jimmo, you probably got a take on this. If he does go there, does AB come back to the Raiders?
Fuck that nigga.
Whoa! Hold on.
Jimmo loves AB. That's why, and Jimmo,
Listen.
He ain't coming back.
That's why I say that.
His career's
AB
done.
is my.
AB
is
is too
friend.
crazy to be a wrestler at this point. Let's be real.
Hold on. Let me correct this show really quick. I'm the HNIC. I can be the one that's allowed to say that. I just want to put that out there.
You can put it out there. Definitely. Definitely. But the N-word, to me, my friend, even you as an African American, should not be tolerated even by myself. And that's
AB.
real talk.
After
That's
AB
real talk.
his baby mother, after AB
The N-word, sir, definitely, I don't want to hear it.
I'm
I'm
from
sure you
Chicago,
don't wanna hear it?
and I live in the
Hey,
South.
Robbie, you missed. Jimmo went
No,
on
no, hold
a
on. I
comment
am
of he
from-
is promoting PC culture all the time.
I am from fucking
When you
Chicago,
were gone.
and I have an organization, and I
Yes.
listen. I have 7 Jewish lawyers. That tells you
7. Wow.
about me.
I only have
7
0.
Jewish
Only
lawyers.
0.
Jewish.
I got
To
to
say
say,
the N-word to me is offensive. I have friends that are African American. I have everything, and to say the N-word, no.
running.
He has everything, including a racing llama.
George
what?
in Serbia.
Yes, I want that working out.
Oh,
Now he's done.
he's in
Oh,
trouble.
did I fuck something up? I'm sorry.
Now he's done.
Oh, J-Lo's in trouble. Someone's searching for his weed.
I got to ask, is that J-Love's mom?
I'm trying to find out, honestly.
I don't
I
know.
know.
Maybe
Tell
a
her I say
sister?
what up.
I'm just watching.
Oh, I wonder if
J-Lo!
sound's coming out the computer.
Oh,
Oh, no.
she's finding the stash.
Wait,
All right.
how old is J Love?
He's 17.
No, he's not.
Yeah, that's why I told you could adopt him.
Hey,
I
J
wasn't
Love,
kidding.
let me talk to moms.
Jimmo, I'm not. You think I'm joking with you? I'm
Are
serious.
you kidding me?
She found a
Robbie, I was
stash.
totally kidding about
Look at
the
his-
whole segment earlier. Robbie,
Hi.
don't hate me.
Wait. Is that his mom? Is that his mom? Hang on. I'm trying to shoot my shot.
He's getting grounded right now.
Damn he is not 17, is he? He sounds like a smart. He's like 10 times smarter than me.
He's part of our internship program.
What do we got, Jay?
I have a aggravating little sister.
That's a
Sister.
little
See, I
sister?
told you.
How old is she?
14.
Oh,
Oh, nigga, no.
J-Love,
I told you, Rob.
There goes Jimmo's
Jay-
connection.
J Love, where do you live?
North Carolina.
Where?
North Carolina.
All right, J Love, I am taking you out to Chicago. Okay?
That's where I'm from.
You are not from Chicago. You're from like Norwood or something. Are you from a
North
suburb?
Shore.
I don't know.
Where are you
either
from,
Any of these
J-Love?
places are.
I just say Chicago because people don't really know where.
What
I
high
live.
school did you go to?
I'm in high school right now.
You're what?
He's currently in high school, Jimbo.
What high
Jimbo,
school did
you're
you go
dad.
to? then?
You're his dad,
What high
Jimbo.
school? I don't live in Chicago right now.
Okay, what high school did you go to while you were in Chicago?
I have now lived in Chicago for like 8 years.
Where did you live in Chicago?
So creepy.
Is it like
next,
Naperville? Or
It's
When
gotta
I
be
lived-
North Shore, man.
Look, I was born in Freeport, Illinois, and then I
Freeport.
moved to Englewood for a short period of time.
Son, that is not Chicago.
I
I'm
know
sorry,
Freeport is
listen.
not, but when I if you're gonna tell me-
Englewood,
Inglewood is it.
you're a tough son of a bitch. Okay.
All right, so
no, listen, J
Austin
Love
Hoover.
live in Englewood.
Are we going around the
That-
room for where we grew up now?
right, I'm saying.
so Austin Hoover.
No. J Love, Englewood is much respect.
Boom. Englewood. It's fine.
All right, ready, Robbie?
I'm ready. Next topic. Let's get into it. Austin Hooper really came into his own towards the end of this year. There are talks that he's finding a new team. Out of the teams needing a tight end, if he goes somewhere other than Atlanta, Buck Dawkins, does his fantasy football value stay the same, or where do you think he goes? And or does it increase or decrease?
I think we're going J Love first this time. Whoops.
No, hold on. I'm sorry if I may interrupt again.
Third feet.
Can you understand what Robbie is saying?
Oh no,
Yeah.
I was just checking back in the stream to see like.
No,
what that
Robbie.
looked like.
Where does Austin Hooper go? And do you like Austin Hooper in fantasy football? Shit.
A good spot for a tight end. Green Bay, actually.
Yes.
I think that's a really good spot. Green Bay has some money to spend this offseason. They need to get another weapon. I think they addressed that in the draft in the first round with a Justin Jefferson or a T. Higgins. If he falls, that adds another weapon. You get a good tight end. You get a decent contract. If he goes to Green Bay, which I think Green Bay or the Colts is a really good spot, either one of those two spots, I think you're looking at a decent tight end. He had the production because he was used a lot last year when he was on the field, which is something that did not happen in previous years. I think Dan Quinn was starting to accept the fact that he's coming into his own. I need to start using him. Teams are starting to catch on to me mainly using my wide receivers, and Devontae Freeman isn't healthy, so that added a different dynamic to their offense. You're looking at somewhere in a low range tight end one because tight end is very lackluster outside of the Holy Trinity.
Oh.
This guy's a fucking genius. Look at him.
So Mark Andrews does not like to break your Holy Trinity. I like that. I really do.
Yeah, not yet. Not yet. I need to
He's
use
on
another
the.
year.
I think he's on the cusp of it, but yeah, he's not quite there.
I think you could probably label him as tight end 4 or 5.
Yeah, he's right where OJ Howard was last year.
Ugh,
Nice.
that's not a good sign.
Twitter fans, I like that, Wire. Thank you.
I want to know.
Let's go, Jimmo.
Jimmo.
Austin
Yeah.
Hooper, what you thinking, bro?
If he's a bear, he's catching 80 balls and about 750 yards, 8 touchdowns. Tight end number 2. Book it.
If he can stay
I'm booking
healthy
it
that
right
long.
now.
Yes, that's a big deal. His health is a big deal, and that's what's really held him back long term for being a guy you can rely on. I think at
Mitch
this
is
point,
going to be a
I-
safety net. If they keep Mitch.
Yeah,
If not,
Mitch
Mitch
Usually it's
they'll
the
have Eric.
opposite for the tight ends. It's hit for the quarterback, but
Jimmo makes me want.
I mean,
Or Dalton.
yes,
Dalton.
he does like to throw to his hand,
Jimmo is
but
such a good time.
overall he's an end zone guy, and I like an end zone guy to produce over the year. He's not one of those guys I think would be 20 to 20 type guys, but if he gets in the end zone enough, he's definitely worth a tight end flex at that point.
Oh, come on.
The whole mood.
No,
What? Really?
Jimmo's the whole mood. Jimmo's the mood.
Frank.
Yo. Austin
Yes, sir.
Hooper for me. I'm 100% with J Love, man. Green Bay is the place that he needs to end up because the Packers are going to be aggressive this year as they were last year with the 2 linebacker signings of the Smith brothers. But with Hooper,
Packers.
hey,
Fuck out of here.
get the fuck
Fuck
out of
them.
here.
Fuck 'em.
Listen, fuck your Patriots.
No, I'm
Right?
a Bears fan.
Oh, yeah. No, you said you were from New England, and that's what you heard with Brady
No,
earlier. And then you were from
that's
Chicago.
No, he's from Chicago. He lives
I
in
am
New
from
England. He lives in
Chicago.
New England.
Ah,
England.
okay. No, listen, the Packers have got to scoop up Hooper and plug him into that offense because they've got nobody outside Devontae Adams that can catch the damn ball.
They've done wonders with fucking Jimmy Graham.
Yeah, that wasn't the new coach.
That's also a
That was
completely
one of
different player.
that was Goody's first free agent bust, and then he rebounds and signs
The
Smith brothers.
Jimmy fucking Graham. What
hold
can
up,
you do
hold
with
up.
him?
About Jimmy Graham, can we classify him as a system player?
He's a bust.
He's a bust.
Yeah.
He's a system player. He was great in New Orleans because Sean Payton knows how to scheme up everybody.
Right.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
that was also when he was young and
How
not
old was
as
he
a
when
second
he
round
left
pick?
New
Who
Orleans?
picked
But
him?
I agree with you,
Who was
Jimbo.
taken
Or not
26 or
Jimbo, J Love.
27?
Who picked him in the second round when he had that badass year?
Oh,
Jimbo
no.
Dream. Jimbo Dream.
I-
But can I ask, how old was he when he had to go to
I'm checking.
somewhere else? Because that's a big factor in his
Oh,
career.
Yes.
Because after like 29 to 30, you have to expect some slippage
Yeah.
in their play.
Yeah, I thought he was primed for.
I'm not sure. I
red
think he
zone
was
He
like
was
usage.
late
29.
20s, to
He
be
was
honest.
29 when he went to Seattle.
I would think, I don't know, bust. I think he was just getting older, to be honest. He had 2 or 3. heavy
I
usage
classified
years,
him as
got
a
hit
bust
lot.
because they didn't use him in the red zone. They don't have to take advantage of him streaking down the field like the old days, but to scheme him open in the red zone on a 20-yard pass or 10-yard scramble, I thought he could have definitely shown up, and he never did. So getting rid of Graham, bringing in Hooper, he's your difference maker in the red zone, and that's where the Packers have got to be aggressive because they can't rely on Aaron Jones out of the backfield, as good as he is, or Devontae Adams as your sole target on the outside.
Adams
The numbers
needs help.
they've got to get somebody in the middle to test linebackers and safeties deep down the middle of the field. So I think Green Bay would be a really good fit for him. And as far as his fantasy value, I think they would use him. And I don't think, the Packers haven't had tight end usage since Jermichael Finley. Prior to that, it was Bubba Franks. Prior to that, it was Mark Chimura. So I don't think, it's going to be a slow process to get that offense rolling. It's only year 2, but I think he can emerge out of that. And if it's a fantasy draft, I'm definitely going to scoop him up without a doubt, no matter where he goes. But, Green Bay would kick him up a little higher on my board.
I think it definitely matters where he's going, because like if he goes to Green Bay, I love him. But if he were to go to obviously he's not going, but to a team like Seattle that didn't use Jimmy Graham, for example, in that manner, I might not. He's going to come down my board some. You know what I mean? But a team I like for him, J Love, you're going to love this. The Cardinals. Yeah.
He's been rumored. It's been rumored that the Cardinals are interested in him.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they need help there at the tight end position to give them some more depth.
My issue is I understand where you're going, but not to cut you off. I understand that Max Williams played about 65 to 70% of the snaps, and when he wasn't on, Charles Clay played about 20 to 40% of the snaps when he wasn't on the field. I get that. About 50% of their sets have a tight end. But when did they use a tight end as a receiver? And granted, this is Max Williams compared to Austin Hooper, and that's a big discrepancy. I get that.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that we set up in a 5-wide situation a lot with Kyler Murray operating the way he does. Austin Hooper, in a sense, could be considered a glorified wide receiver, but we line up with 5 wideouts way too much to spend that type of money on a tight end.
No, but I think you could use him as basically you could do 4 wideouts and Austin Hooper and run the same type of routes.
That would fit in most schemes, but not Cliff Kingsbury because he solely relies too much on speed.
Yeah, I think he could run across the middle though. You know what I mean? He's not a big blocking tight end. He is more of a wide receiver than he is a tight end.
That's why I could see the Cardinals targeting an Eric Ebron over an Austin Hooper.
I just don't know if Ebron's coming though.
Listen,
he's a little bit better of a blocker.
When has Arizona ever
don't use
Justin?
Okay. You only went tight end.
Ever.
Justin,
Robbie?
A couple of minutes. Justin, you're in charge for a couple of minutes. Keep rocking the show. Get that script.
I got it, Jimmo.
Justin, set up next topic for me. I'm gonna run downstairs. Thank you.
No problem. All right, guys. So, Todd Gurley, this upcoming season seems like he's lost a lot of clout as far as fantasy football goes, and just in general. Because of his knee issues and stuff. Where do you guys see him this year, this 2020 season? Let's start with Frank.
Yeah, I think he's, every draft in fantasy, you've got recency bias, and you've got the general knowledge factor of everybody that's in your league, obviously. But I think he's a name that's going to slide a little bit in drafts because people are associating he sucked, didn't play that much, and there he goes down the board. I'd probably grab a backup late, but I think he would be good value somewhere in your draft, depending. He's going to fall somewhere in the middle rounds. And if you wanted to take a chance on him, depending on how your roster's set up and who you've drafted prior, he's a guy I'd take a flyer on just to get upside out of him. You never know what he's going to do coming back into that offense, but definitely one of his handcuffs or a backup here, depending what they do with McVay's offense here, because they got to get something going, especially after this year. I don't think he returns to bell cow status, but you never know what he's going to do. If he's hurt, is there a lingering issue? Did we ever find out what was really going on with him? I don't think we did.
He has arthritis in his knee.
It's
He has arthritis.
Yeah.
His knees are going to age rapidly.
That's a big concern, you know.
Arthritis is like, it happens from multiple injuries though, so it's kind of just like a general term given for a buildup of tissue.
He tore his ACL, right?
Both.
Yeah,
they both.
Right.
They're
Yeah, so,
super
I mean,
general in the
Before the
original
NFL.
injuries.
He tore both before he was in the NFL.
I was like,
Yeah, ultimately he'd be sporadic in games. He could show up for 2-3 games in a row and then absolutely disappear, a couple games later. So fantasy wise, take that on your roster. That's a hard pill to swallow too. I hate those kind of players where you just never know what they're going to do, if they're going to drop a 2-point score on you or they're going to drop a 15 gem. You never know. So it's worth the risk depending how late he can fall and depending on what his area of players drafted around him looks like.
All right, Jake. No, Jake, then you, Jimmo.
So-
You're after Jake.
So I would go with the same spot that Frank said here, and I think that he's going to be a guy that you bank on the touchdowns more than you bank on the yards.
Yeah.
Because they're going to manage his carries and manage his touches. So I would really have him as maybe a deeper second running back if they have that issue, or a bye week guy, because you don't know if he could get 3 touchdowns at the goal line and only have 18 carries for 70 yards, or you don't know if he won't do anything. I wouldn't trust him as a 1 or 2 running back weekly if you draft running backs early, which most fantasy football players do.
Okay, I like it. Who are we on?
Jimmo.
You have to have him as your number 2 running back. There's no fucking question about it. None. 8 to 10 touchdowns with what? Half the fucking carries? Come on. As my number 2, I'm taking him in the second round for sure.
Okay,
Middle to late.
Second round.
Jordan Love.
Middle to late. Second round. Take
So-
it for sure. I am a back-to-back champion too, by the way.
But
Jimmo, I got to get you in my league.
I definitely want to be in Jimmo's league.
You're taking him second round? Wait, is that what you said? As he's trying. Okay.
Love, I'll take you in the first
I
round.
wouldn't do
First
that
pick.
one, but
Whatever you
hey.
want. Anything you want.
Good God.
Thank you for correcting that. I was like, okay, that's an interesting choice.
J Love, hit him with it.
I'd probably rank Todd Gurley somewhere in the late 3rd round to early 4th round with a chance of having a high upside. No, look. Wait, what happened? What?
I agree
Keep
with
going,
that.
J Love.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, look. Here's the thing with Todd Gurley. He had 223 carries in comparison to his near MVP year where he had 256. His yards dropped from 1,200 to 850. His touchdowns 17 to 12. However, he played 14 games his MVP year instead of 15 last year. It's not the fact that he doesn't play. He plays in these games. It's the fact that he sits out in certain spots. He's still going to get these touches. He's still definitely the running back 1 in Los Angeles, no doubt. He's not going to get replaced. They're not going to find a surprising backup because they have too many holes. What they need to do is rebuild up this offensive line. Not to refresh anybody's memory, but they had the worst offensive line Todd Gurley's ever had in his career last year. Everybody retired. Everybody left. It was a disaster. Not to mention Jared Goff. Jared Goff also had his worst career year, and I only expect that to continue in a way. A lot of it's counterproductive, but I could see Todd Gurley actually kind of, in a way, returning to that tank status, to what he was a few years ago, not to the fact that he's going to get like the yardage, he's just going to get these touches. Even if he sits out every 4th or 5th play, he still has those 3rd and 4th plays. He's still a good receiving back. He's still going to find the end zone.
Let's go.
All right.
Hey, my turn.
Oh,
My
no,
turn.
my turn. My turn. You go next, Robbie. You're last. That's how it works.
Let's go.
All right. So with Todd Gurley, my take is he's got arthritis in his knees. I know lots of
That's a
people.
fact. That's not a take.
No. So lots of people have arthritis, right? Everyone you know. Who have you known who's had arthritis where they're like, you know what? How I got my arthritis better? By time. You know, more time passed and arthritis got better. That doesn't happen. It gets worse over time. Any doctor you talk to, they're like, it's only going to get worse from here. So 2 years ago was his best year. Last year was worse. Next year is going to be worse. And then you'll keep seeing that happen. I'm not picking him up, period, because I know someone like Jimmo's going to take him before me. Thank you, Jimmo.
Second round. I'm taking him second round. Guaranteed. He said it. Second round pick.
I'm gonna say this. Cheers to me, cheers to you. All the wrong boys and girls want to do dilly. Fucking dilly. No damn way that I'm taking Todd Gurley at all in my fantasy draft. He has severely fallen me. It depends on the pool that I'm in. And if I'm in a pool with some competent players, he might fall to me. But if I'm in a pool with some not so competent players, I'm taking full advantage, and I'm gonna hit it from the side, and I'm gonna hit it from the back, and I'm gonna just attack you, just like that, all day, all night. I'm not drafting Todd Gurley. I'm not touching it. I don't want nothing to do with his arthritic knees. Listen, I'm approaching the age of goddamn 30, and this shit here, it fucking hurts. Okay, coming from someone that's still playing football and still has to pad up on Saturdays and Sundays, I'm not with it. So with that being said, and with that being stated,
Smack it up, flip it, rub it down.
no, I'm not touching him. He's not my guy. Ever.
I
In a
respect
long
it.
time. Prove my injury report wrong until on Twitter the fantasy student doctor, the student doc comes out and he's like, this is how I feel.
You know, I respect it though, because when you use these high picks on guys, you want them to be secure. You don't want them to have any injuries. You want them to be staples of your team.
If you're
And it makes sense because you don't want to spend a pick on a guy.
RB2, if you're drafting Todd Gurley as your RB2 and you're saying this in this segment and I'm competing against you this year, I'm gonna let you know I'm gonna beat you the fuck over. I'm taking what's mine.
I'm not saying he's gonna be my RB2.
Okay, so you have to play against me in the company league, dog. So you don't want the problems.
No, I want both of you to take him, either one of you, because I'm not taking him, period.
Jamo got him.
You're in the company league as well. You're in the company league as well, dog.
He has
That's
some
what I'm
second
saying.
round, man. I mean, I think we lost a chance at that one.
As well. Justin, you're smoked as well, Justin. Don't think that you are afraid. Don't think that you are avoided because you also run a 24/7 fantasy football podcast that you are not going to get this fucking work. I will clap cheeks at the end of the fucking day.
I know you're gonna be clapping them cheeks up on stage while I'm holding up the championship trophy over my head.
Oh, no, Beckham style. Oh, no, Beckham style.
It ain't happening, bro. It's not happening. I wear the crown.
I think everybody is pretty spot on with their takes for when and where, or if at all, they would take Gurley. But when you're sitting at your draft and maybe it's the third round and you're looking at your board, you're looking at your roster, you're looking at the group of players around Gurley, and you're all kind of like, that's where you're going to decide yes or no. And if you make that decision and you do take him, you know that he's only going to get you a couple games up and down, and that's the roller coaster ride of Gurley that you're going to get. Yeah. Or you're going to say with, no, I don't want him at all, and pick somebody with some more upside. It's really 1A or 1B. That's the choice you're probably most likely going to make in the draft.
Frank, don't play no games. Do you want in on this league? Do you want to try and get in on this shit?
I'm in, man. Hit me up.
Hey, let me put Robbie on the spot real quick.
I'm calling all y'all are to me are every time I face anyone in this league, you're gonna be known as Team Panty Raid. You know why? I'm coming through and I'm taking draws.
Hey Robbie, I have a question for you, just to put you on the spot real quick.
Let's go. Let's go.
You're in the mid-third round, right? All the top RBs are off the board. The two guys you're looking at, Joe Mixon or Todd Gurley, who are you taking?
Why would I put myself in that position?
Are you going to take a wide receiver? Because I know you go. Because I know you go.
I'm answering your question correctly. Why would I put myself in that position? You know how I draft. Why would I put myself in that position?
You got a bad pick, everybody just went off the board. It was just an awful situation for you.
Oh, I got fucked
I mean,
that hard.
I'm
Okay.
taking Joe Mixon 100% of that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking Mixon.
I also don't think Joe Mixon makes it to the third round.
He's doing this on purpose so that I pick Mixon.
Yeah, because he hates Joe Mixon with passion. So I just
Yeah.
All right.
But he knows that I will avoid that at all costs.
Yeah.
You guys
He
want to
will.
move to the lightning round?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about to go
man.
to lightning round.
Okay, but let's go.
Did anybody see Connor Brooks' comment,
Right,
though?
see, downs one.
Hey,
Yep.
No, Jordan Love, just for that, you're a fucking turd, bro. Let's get into this lightning round. I'm about to smoke you in this, bro.
I do not know fantasy football, so I'm trying here.
Dude,
Just
no.
trying to say that
Yeah,
one now, guys.
but you know stats, Jake. You know
I know
stats.
stats. Yes, yes.
Jordan just knows me too well. That was not fair. That was not even fair, bro. He just wanted me to say Joe Mixon on the episode, bro. That was fucked up. I'm not even friends with him no more. Just write my articles, dude. I'm being a dick. I'm kidding. Fuck, man. I can't believe you just really did that. You did that on purpose.
Oh, yeah, I did. No, I was scheming it the whole time.
I know you did. Y'all heard it here first. I just picked Joe Mixon over someone. All right, so let's get into the lightning round topics. I was trying to stall until Jimbo came back, but I think he's throwing up somewhere in someone's bathroom, his own.
He's probably curled up around that damn chair.
No, he went and told Todd Gurley what we were saying about him.
No, he's probably drinking so much to forget he had that Todd Gurley take.
Yeah.
Really can come on the show and I'll shit down his throat gladly on the debate.
I want to know where you went to high school. What city did you grow up in? React to me.
I'm saying.
Oh my god. We're gonna go in rapid order from clock management to fantasy wire.
Oh, I love you, Frank.
Dude, I fucking love Frank. Frank is awesome.
Frank.
Hey, when we do these rapid fires, are we just picking the player, or do you want a quick take, or just player and move on?
Player, quick take, go. No one interrupt the other analysts. Let the analyst talk. Let the analyst be what it be. But if you have some really juicy shit that's gonna make good content that I can chop up later, fucking eat the other person's throat alive. This is around the horn on Rumboyz, basically.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, like if you know that you're gonna eat Clock Management alive, like that's good for your brand, dude. Like if Clock Management knows he's gonna eat you alive, that's good for his brand.
No, it's all love. Just take
Put
the take and see who likes it or who don't.
Dude, with that being said, the way that I just said that, before we get into the lightning round, I would like for everyone to subscribe. Can I get both of you guys to drop comments in the chat? I would love for everyone to subscribe to the Fantasy Wire and Clock Management. Justin, comment from your main. Follow everyone on Rumboyz J Love. Follow at Rumboyz Combat. Fuck my life, that just happened.
I don't know that person, but I'm guessing he's a very good writer for the channel. So.
Ooh.
Yes.
I got it.
Yes. As you drop your mic.
I know my whole mic just fell.
We heard.
Bullshit. Never happened in the history of podcasting. So everyone drop their self promos in the chat. We're gonna start off with Clock Management. You are on the clock. Cortland Sutton versus DJ Shark. Do.
Man, I've been running this Cortland Sutton hype train since last year, and I'm staying on that train. I'm still running it. I'm still the conductor. Anyone else want on? Hop on. There's still room, but hop on Cortland Sutton all day.
Fantasy Wire, Frank B. Yeah.
I'm going DJ Shark, whether it's Foles or it's Magic Minshew throwing him the ball. I like that a lot better than Denver's situation. I love Sutton, but I'm going Shark because the Jags' bad defense is going to give me a shit ton of garbage time stock in Shark. So I'll roll the dice there.
I love it. Jake, Rumboyz Combat, DJ's chart,
Well, I'm with Justin on this one. And again, I think Robbie has me bought into the Sutton hype, so I'm just gonna go with that one right there.
That's funny that you mentioned that I have you bought into that hype because I hype both of these up. I did this on purpose for Rumboyz followers. Yo, the icon living is not here at the moment.
He gone.
Peace. Rest in peace.
Yeah, Robbie, I hate that you made this a question. Because you know I'm so high on both these dudes for this year.
Yes.
I know.
I like both, yeah.
Both these guys are Rumboyz guys. They are very high Rumboyz prospects. You can catch them featured in my draft guide that I will be dropping no later than the 24th of March. Jordan Love, you gotta answer the question, rapid fire.
I'm gonna go Cortland Sutton. I love Chark. I hate the fact that they definitely have the worst roster and they have the inferior quarterback play and they have a lack of security. I'm going Cortland Sutton just because if I'm spending a second round pick, again, I want that security. I don't want anything to falter.
We're going back around the horn. We're starting from the top. We are no longer doing snake. We're just starting off with clock management. We're going to keep running this order. We're going to go quarterback class here. Kyler Murray, Ryan Tannehill, clock.
Kyler Murray, not even a question for me. I think he's a top 5 fantasy quarterback this year with potential to be have a year like Lamar Jackson. So I know, J Love, don't listen to me right now. I don't want you to hear this.
Let's go. Let's keep it rocking. I like this shit that's happening. None of you are getting judged on your takes unless those of us that are going to be accredited this year. That's just going to suck.
I'll put out my own rankings still. Don't worry.
I know. I'm putting out my own rankings. I'll be typing up my draft guide. Make sure you guys check out the Rumboyz draft guide. I will be selling that for $5.99. I'm selling my draft guide cheaper than anyone else. Like, come on, fuck with me. Like, come on. Frank B. Murray.
Yeah, it's hands down, man. It's Kyler Murray. It's year 2 of the Kingsbury offense. I think it's going to gel. It's going to pop. Murray is dangerous, and exactly what clock management said. He could go off a la Lamar Jackson and be just as dangerous, man. I think he's got a lot of upside. And Tannehill, you know what you got. Who knows if he's even on the Titans? We don't know exactly if he's going to be there, if he could be on another team. But give me Murray all day long.
Yeah, I heard Miami needs a quarterback.
Yes.
Yes.
30 seconds on the clock. Let's plug yourself before I have you plug yourself again. Plug yourself with your last 30 seconds. Go.
Frank.
Plug myself for 30 seconds.
Yep. Talk about you before I pass
Now
on.
20 seconds. Go.
Oh, okay. I was going Jimmo there. For me, personally, I'm on Twitter at FantasyWireHQ. I'm doing nothing right now until the draft because this is my Twitter break where I just kind of recollect myself and decompress. And I'm into the draft. I'm into it, but not like I'm not banging out profiles on 100 players. I'm just not that good. I got a full-time job, and it's taking up most of my time. I am working on a big project for Fantasy League coming up for 2020, and once I get the okay and approval, I'm going to hit that hard, and that's going to be a really good thing for charity. So I got a website refresh I'm working on as well. I just got a lot of shit going on now. So I'm going to get back in the Twitter game here once the draft comes and goes to, end of April. And then we'll be off, man. All of us, let's all keep it rolling throughout the season. Stay in touch on Twitter and takes and pods, you name it. So we'll all have some good stuff for the 2020 season for sure.
Frank, I don't think you realize how short of a break that you are on. So I hope that you enjoy these out of all of it.
Yeah, I love Twitter. I just need a break just to decompress because the shit takes up a lot of my time. And even at work, I'm sitting there banging shit out, and it's like, oh boy, I got to get back to work here. And I just get like ADD with the shit, and I just go down a rabbit hole, and there goes an hour.
I see everything's going on. Smack the fuck out of it, and that's why I'm so proud of you tonight. I hope that you promote the fuck out of tonight. Let's get into Jake Miller, Rumboyz Combat. I know this is your first swine, your forte, but you are hanging in there with the big boys. Kyler Murray, Ryan Tannehill. What we thinking? Rapid fire. You got a minute 30. Go.
I could see Kyler Murray losing some games, having some turnovers, but the numbers he'll put up and the interceptions in fantasy don't mean as much. will overtake Tannehill. So definitely Kyler Murray in this spot. Don't care how many turnovers he has. One of those things, unless it's a record-breaking amount, he'll have the numbers to outpace anything that Tannehill could do. And where you can find me, Rumboyz Combat, Twitter, Jake Miller 1230. I'll change that soon to Rumboyz Combat on Rumboyz Fantasy Network for my articles.
Yeah, you got one more topic, so you don't gotta plug it all.
Yep, but that's it. Yeah, so that's all I gotta say. I agree with both of the takes so far. So
You want to plug yourself due to the fact that you have an exclusive interview with our sponsored fighter.
I do tomorrow at some point.
How does it feel to be an independent reporter while we have you? How does it feel to be an independent reporter?
It's fun, man. I will not misquote him. I will take everything he says, and I really, really hope he has something booked. Either way, I heard the Bellator. Did not know about that yet. Or he's a number 2, came off a win, so looks like he's gonna get a shot at the title in Shamrock FC. So can't be bad news either way.
I love it. I like it. I want some more of it. Keep banging out your work though, because you're a fucking genius. J Love, get him. Kyler Murray.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Kyler Murray over Ryan Tannehill. I agree with everybody here. Look, I'm not that high on Ryan Tannehill coming into this year. I think that we're gonna see him come back down to earth after what happened this past year. I know some people are going to hate that, especially you, Robbie, being a Ryan Tannehill guy. I do see him coming back down to earth in a way. He was riding a hot streak, and I think at some point it always is going to falter. Kyler Murray, we've seen it. The second-year jump. Mahomes, that second-year jump. Lamar Jackson, that second-year jump. And now I think Kyler Murray's next in line. I'm not saying he's going to put up MVP caliber numbers like those guys. I think he's going to put up at least Pro Bowl caliber numbers because we saw it last year. He just didn't have the comfortability in the scheme and in the NFL, and he didn't really have the weapons, and I think that's going to be improved for the team.
Justin, you already went, right?
Yeah.
Fuck all of your takes. I just want to get at the end of the fantasy season and be like this, and I'm going to just shit on all of you, and I'm going to just be like this, and I'm going to just get it, okay? Because
I'm going to clip that.
Please.
Clip it, motherfucker. Clip it, moving with you with a captain hat on. I got a captain hat on. Ow!
Fucking. This is why all the rum is gone.
Oh, good God. Look, even Baby Yoda's getting scared. Look at him, man.
Right? You see that?
Oh, my God.
No. All right.
We
Well,
can't lose two, guys.
I'm going to put the fact that I just slipped and fell as the fact that you're all right, actually. I was going to go Ryan Tannehill. I wanted Ryan Tannehill, but I just got solemnly convinced real quick that I might be too inebriated to pick that.
Okay. But here's
Also, hold
my thing. I think you can
So
win
who
more
you
games
picking?
for Tannehill.
I'm picking Kyler Murray. I interviewed him. It is what it is.
But yeah, I think you can win more games with Tannehill. I think he will have a good season. But winning or losing, Kyle's going to put up numbers with his
A.J. Brown.
legs.
We're forgetting A.J. Brown. We're getting Derrick Henry out the backfield. We're forgetting Corey Davis. Well,
I know you did not just mention that man.
Corey Davis.
No, you didn't. No,
Who?
you didn't.
Corey Davis?
Stonehan
See,
Davis?
my thing is, I think Derrick Henry will take up a lot of production.
No,
that
but
Tannehill could produce if he plays well.
Next year is going to be Corey Davis'
let's
breakout
listen
year.
next
Every
year.
year.
He's
He'll
2
get
years away from being
800
2 years
yards
away.
next year. 800 yards.
1 second, guys. 1 second. Let's get to the next rapid fire. We're gonna go to the next rapid fire. We're gonna go Justin and around the horn. We're gonna just keep kicking all this around the horn with Justin to begin the series. Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, go.
Man, this one's tough. So the other two, I felt like these were super easy for me. I'm going with Dalvin Cook here. I think that as long as he stays healthy, but I'm not trusting that he stays healthy, so I'm also going to draft Alexander Madison back in the draft. Shout out Alexander Madison, who did our intro. Love you, bro. But I think that he's got like the higher ceiling between the two, so that's why I'm going with him.
All right. Henry and Cook. I am going Derrick Henry. Absolutely. Listen, that's a tough call, and I love both of them, but I think the Titans have found the secret sauce with Henry as far as run that guy to dawn. He's big. He stayed healthy. He played this season. He's a beast, man.
Mentor.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the formula. They've got a good offensive line. They can run them. The Vikings are just as good, don't get me wrong. But I like Henry just throughout an entire season. And like you said, Clock, I'll take Madison as a handcuff later in the draft, just in case Cook does get hurt. But for Henry, it's a bulldozer, man. And that's a running back I want to lock in. I want to set it and forget it in my fantasy lineup and just roll with him.
So my take on that would be I think Henry as well, because I think they'll pay him, and I think they're going to load him up with carries to make him worth what they pay him this first year. And Dalvin Cook is coming off his rookie deal next year, if I'm correct, and I think they're going to figure out a way to use the weapons they have around him to kind of devalue him in a way. And they're going to try to do some things without Stefanski. So definitely they're going to give the carries to Henry next year, and I think they're going to really try to just get what they can out of this contract while it's guaranteed money.
Are they going to be using Stephon Diggs, though?
Yeah, my take is simply Kirk Cousins is the quarterback in Minnesota, so I'm going Derrick Henry. I don't trust Kirk Cousins. I don't think he's going to be able to control that offense. The load's going to fall on to brain fart, their running back.
Dalvin
Cook. Oh my God,
I'm here for you. I got you.
Way out of here. Dalvin Cook has the injury history. He has the injury history for multiple years. He has these teeter-tottering injuries with his ankle, with his knees. Lower body injuries are scary when it comes to running backs. Derrick Henry, I think, is going to continue that dominance, and Deion Lewis is probably going to get cut. He's going to get more of the passing load.
There we go. All righty. Justin, you are starting off. Devontae Adams, Chris Godwin, rapid fire, go.
Devontae Adams. I love Chris Godwin, but I also don't know if he's going to be the number one wide receiver there this year. And Adams is going to be number one wide receiver there and could be a even top wide receiver in fantasy. So Adams.
He was alive. Frank B.
I am in Wisconsin, so you better believe I'm taking Adams. I love Godwin, and God, he was killing the game last year. But so Winston's got his vision corrected. He's healthy. So that means in the fantasy world, as I hashtag it all the time, because fantasy, he will have to regress and do the opposite of what he did last year and have it go to shit. But Adams is the only bona fide wide receiver one in Green Bay. There's nobody opposite him that is a threat, really. He takes everything. He's the target hog. He's in the red zone. It's year 2 of the offense under Matt LaFleur up here. So I think he can really emerge with Aaron Rodgers getting into the system, trusting the new routes and the new timing and the new offense as a whole, the game plan. It's just tailor-made for Adams, and he shines no matter what, kind of like DeAndre Hopkins. And even this year, he didn't play – I don't think he played all games, and he still, just killed it statistically. So I love Adams all day.
Okay.
I agree. I do think his pressure will be quite up, and I definitely think that Rodgers is loving the veteran guys to throw to. Will definitely keep up. He loves those familiar guys. Godwin, he's on a team that still loves running the ball, and all those backs are coming back. So I do not see much change going on in that system.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be the lone guy here, and I'm going to go Chris Godwin. You have 5,000-yard Jameis Winston, who's going to fire the ball down the field. He'll get the interceptions. He'll get the touchdowns. I think it's going to continue. Again, the Packers all offseason will be referenced to new weapons being brought in. That's going to take away shares that you're going to see going strictly to Devontae Adams. And then Chris Godwin is still going to get his because they have no running back there. I don't see them solving that issue. I think it's going to stay somewhat the same, but Chris Godwin's going to stay healthy and take that step forward.
Chris Godwin stays healthy. I feel like Chris Godwin is Godwin. There's a reason why G-O-D is in his last name. I think he surpasses Mike Evans. I think that Mike Evans becomes tradable before the end of the midseason trade deadline. So with that being said, Godwin is the clear-cut wide receiver one. There's going to be a lot of passes forced his way
That's
because
a
of what
hot
he did
take.
last year.
One.
He's
Okay.
wide receiver one in that offense. In preference in that offense, and I have much faith in Mike Evans. I think Mike Evans downgrades himself to wide receiver two and gets himself in a new position, in a different team or same position, but a same position as wide receiver, but a different team. So with that being said, I'm rocking with Chris Godwin over Devontae Adams. But if Devontae Adams is available to me, I'm definitely taking him. I'm not stupid. I'm smart. Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Justin, take it away. Go.
I'm taking Mahomes here. I understand what Lamar Jackson did this year, but Mahomes, once he came back from the injury, was right back, on pace to where he was. So I think he's going to continue, and I do think that eventually the NFL is going to be able to stop Lamar Jackson from running the ball so much. So I'm going Mahomes.
Green B, get him. Rapid fire.
I'm going Lamar Jackson. It's this is technically year one under Greg Roman in the offense. Year two, similar to Kyler Murray, it's going to click. He's going to be even more comfortable and just as dangerous, if not more. He is the X factor, and I do think Patrick Mahomes is your pure passer, absolutely. But being the X factor that Lamar Jackson is insane. He carries that offense along with the running game, and as long as that run game is hitting and defenses can bite on that play action, he's going to hit some stuff over the top. And he's shown since he's come into the league, when everybody wrote him off, he got better. He shut the hell up and got better each time. So he's doing his thing. He's putting his work in, and I can't bet against a guy that is doing all the right things and showing you as a fan he's taking the next step little by little. He's doing more and more and more. He's getting more accurate. He's getting, he's putting all the work in. So it's coming to fruition. It's Lamar Jackson for me, hands down.
My take is that I think Lamar is going to have another year where he runs more than most quarterbacks, runs a lot. And I think that's going to help the fantasy stats. My opinion, after the rookie contract's up, he'll change his game. But until then, the Ravens will run him. He'll change the game a little bit, run a little bit less, but the rushing yards he'll bring up will definitely be worth it. I think he'll get some rushing touchdowns, and I think he'll be able to throw it in the red zone better with the running threat. Until then, off his rookie contract, I get it, but rookie contract, they're going to run him and see what they have until they have to pay him big time and stop that.
My take is simply, I think Lamar Jackson takes too many shots and he puts himself in bad situations. I think his health is at stake because he puts himself in these bad situations. And that's why I'm going to say I think Patrick Mahomes is probably more likely to play all 16 games, and that's why I'm going to rock out with him.
I dig it. I am going Mahomes. I just feel like, once again, Lamar puts himself in situations, that whole mobile QB shit, I like that shit. I'm an X and O's person, and I love that from an X and O standpoint because that's what I've always wanted a playbook to ever be. Coming from someone playing the game as a youngin, Warren Moon, McNabb, Culpepper. I look at all these guys that were big bodied, that were, black quarterbacks that could do it. I just like Mahomes is actually the guy that can do it and win championships and win rings. He's already got one ring. I'm going to keep on putting rings on his finger. I think there's at least 2 more in there. I'm not going to say 6 more. I'm not putting whole Brady shit. But I'm going to say there's at least 2 more in there. So I'm rocking with Mahomes, and until someone proves me wrong, then they can shut the fuck up and see me. I'll debate that later on in the year. We got one more rapid fire. Josh Jacobs, the rookie, the Rumboyz rookie that the Rumboyz interviewed. First, Nick Chubb. Justin, go. Rapid fire.
I'm sorry. Give me the options again. I'm sorry. I missed it.
Josh Jacobs and Nick Chubb.
Oh, Nick Chubb, hands down. I do love Josh Jacobs. He is my pick from last year to be the best rookie running back this year, which he lived up to. So I really appreciate that from him for making me look like a genius. But Nick Chubb is the better choice for fantasy between these two.
Great.
Absolutely agree. I look at this too a little different perspective with the coaching. With Josh Jacobs, yeah, we know he's got to get more involved in that offense, catching balls out of the backfield. Gruden is a complete wild card. If you look at the Browns, however, with Baker Mayfield, the world was, his oyster here this past season, and he did not deliver. But Nick Chubb did consistently throughout the entire season. So you can't have Baker Mayfield win you all of these games. You got a good running game with Chubb. You got a good offensive line. They're going to get some weapons here, maybe at tight end, see what they do in the draft. But I think it's more copycat AFC North, to where the Browns are going to say, we need to do what the Ravens do and ball control the hell out of these games. And that is a Nick Chubb game script 110%. So I love him for fantasy purposes in that regard.
I love it. Jake Miller.
I think Nick Chubb as well, and I think because he'll have less carries overall, they'll balance the offense, but give Baker more opportunities where he doesn't have to go 5 wide set with no check down, but they're going to have that run option. Give it to Nick Chubb in the passing game. And I think in the red zone he'll get more touchdowns. And I think you can't be much worse than the play calling in the red zone was last year overall. So overall, I think Baker's going to have a more balanced offense where he'll throw it a little bit less, but have better options and get checkdowns. Where Chubb can be a recipient of that, make up the loss of rushes with that passing game. He'll get.
Love it. Jordan Love. Yeah.
No, I'm going to 100% agree with Jake. It's the fact that if you're in a PPR situation, he's the better pass catcher out of the two. I think they're going to get likely volume. In the carry situation, they have great offensive lines, both respectively. When it comes to running the ball, Kevin Stefanski, being an offensive-minded coach, is going to push them forward. And I'm going to rock out with that just because he's the better pass catcher.
Yo, Jordan Love treats this like I love when Jordan Love talks, because it's just like he's on first take. He knows, I got a minute 30 to talk and get my take. Watch me.
30. Wow. That is first takes like 30 seconds, and then someone interrupts.
I can't even watch that shit.
I haven't watched it for 2 years, and I refuse.
Yeah. ESPN is so bad.
Here's the thing with J Love is like, you're gonna read my article, and I'm gonna drop you a little bit of my article. J Love is gonna give you something to read, and that's why y'all need to check out Rumboyz.com. Anyone looking to write for Rumboyz.com, make sure you holler at us. Get at me on Rumboyz, go to ZNET. I want to shout out Jordan Love for being the newest junior chief of staff. We got one final one here, and then we get into our final question of the night. Josh Jacobs, Nick Chubb. How we working here? Or I'm gonna say first, I'm taking Mahomes over Jackson. But Josh Jacobs, Nick Chubb for our last question tonight, and then we got one more.
Robbie, we just did that one.
Oh, we did it. We did that one.
Yeah.
We're at the last question.
Yep.
It's like Vanilla Sky shit now.
So let's get
Speaking of Scotch.
analytics for a moment. We're getting away from all the other bullshit. Let's take a deep breath. What goes into picking your fantasy football team? Your team name.
This is such a good topic. I love this.
Okay, I'll go first because I'm the newbie here.
Hit it.
I don't know fantasy football that well. I play weekly for fun, just to like a couple bucks in. I will go 2020 because fantasy football is all about who's going to score against the other defense in the red zone, and I probably won't know that. So I'm going to get yards but no touchdowns. So 2020. In between the 20s, I'll be productive.
20-20.
Name 2020, J Love. What goes into picking your fantasy football team name?
I mean, it depends on who I'm playing with because certain groups of people are going to have different sense of humor. But mainly, I try to have a funny name, spice something up. Everybody's so focused when it comes to fantasy football, especially when you're in leagues like us. You want to kind of have a break in a sense. So my fantasy basketball team name will probably be transferring over into our fantasy football league, by the way.
You're winning.
Yeah, no, I'm dominating in that fantasy basketball
I'm
league.
not paying attention to fantasy basketball.
I haven't logged in over a month. I checked it, and I'm like 17-4. Like,
Yeah, I stopped doing fantasy basketball because I don't really follow basketball enough to do it, and it's just too much.
let me log on to ESPN.
My guys, the guys that relate to me. So listen, on the Rumboyz Fans Network, we cover everything. We do play for everything, interviews for everyone and anyone of any sport. So football is our crown jewel. That's our baby. So let me talk to some fantasy football guys. Baseball wire, clock management. What do you take into consideration?
I'm gonna let Frank take it first. He's
right.
the guest here.
First.
Yeah, I love this topic, and it's a big one in the family fantasy league that I do. And for me, I try to be original, be clever, and I fight the urge to go on Google and find something that's already out there. I want to try to come up with it on my own. So if I'm searching for a funny name, I want to come up with it off the top of my head. So this past year, my team name was Mel Kiper's Best Available because my draft was like getting pickings by the time I was on the clock. So it was just taking the best freaking player available. This year, I've got some decisions to make as far as, do I want to go with Booger's Best Bets? Do I want to go with Ketchup and Mostert? Do I want to go with Pete Carroll's Gum? Bucko Bruce is real heavy in the rotation right now. Meme or that logo that somebody did with Bruce Arians as the old school Bucks. That's classic. I really like that one. He's leader in the clubhouse. We talked about Austin Hooper. I could go Hooper's Heroes. There's a lot on the plate, but try to just be clever and think of some shit on your own. Combine some stuff. You know, I'm kind of into that.
So take everything that fantasy football wire just said. Those are all viable options if he does not pick that.
I have one.
Yeah, I mean, you guys take what you want and use them, but I mean, it's just fun to come up with it, you know.
I have one. Winston sees the light. Has to be one.
Oh, that's a great one.
What was it?
Winston sees the light.
You have some cross-eyed ass guy too as your logo.
Man,
That's get him. I love that one.
A black logo with a little bit of like white imagery in the middle, where you can slightly see where he's throwing it.
I love it, Frank. I love all of those. I'm gonna have to take those in consideration because, like, I take a lot of time to choose this for myself, like, for my fantasy team. This is important. It's a branding. It's a brand. Yep. I got to brand my team.
Exactly.
So I put a lot of thought into them. I like to. A lot of times I'll go with something from my classic, like my youth, or something, or I'll try and stay topical. Like this last year, I went with the Sammy Watkins lizard people, and I superimposed from my picture. I superimposed Sammy Watkins' face on the Geico lizard, and I made that my logo. Like it's fun, it's funny. He thinks he's a lizard person. That's ridiculous. So let's make fun of it. Yes, the year before that, I was the Kung Fury. I don't know if you guys seen that short film, but if not, you should go check it out on YouTube. Hilarious movie, and it's not really a joke, it's just kind of a cool thing. And I think the year before that was actually Trump's toupee. This was before he was president. This is when he was running a reality show, and I just thought it was hilarious. But yeah, I try and keep it topical and funny, and then I was like, I don't want to be political, so I had to change my name after that.
So for me, I try and make my fantasy team names super aggressive. Like, I'm very different than a lot of people. I want to let it be known that if I win and when I win, I am going to fart down your fucking mouth like a worthless in a virgin. Meant nothing. It was your first time, but not mine. But goddamn, did I beat you? So I usually go with something that aligns with my brand.
So you go with Ray Rice.
Holy fuck, that's not hard.
At least it's not Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah, that's a good one.
At least it's not Aaron Hernandez.
Frank B is probably
I got one for you there, man. Justin, swing first, think second.
I want to know how Frank B feels
on those names.
I don't know what he just said because I didn't even get to go. I got
Sorry.
You don't like my name?
No, I didn't is the name going to be a run-on sentence of shitting down virgins' throats or something, or is it going to be compressed?
My name for Ray Rice would be swing first, think second. I mean,
Look, anyway,
Prison time second.
it's always trying to be something funny. It's always trying to be something catchy. Don't do that. We're about to leave. But that's what I predict. That's what I want. Other than that, I appreciate you fellas for joining this show. I thank you all for coming on the show. You guys are fucking awesome. I'm literally about to head out. I'm gonna go get chicken wings.
Yeah, I'm about to go out drinking.
Thanks for having all of us on.
No, yeah. Although all the drinking that happened here was mild as fuck.
Yeah, hit me up, Frank, after this.
Yeah,
for
let's
some
go,
of
man.
us. For some of us.
Frank, if you want, I know you're on the whole fitness mission.
One of us is.
On the whole fitness mission. If you want to send us videos of Rumboyz Fitness and like of what you're doing, I'm completely down, dude. We'll post them.
Yeah, hit me up. Anything fitness, workout, weightlifting, shit like that. I'm into it 110%. GMO, we were talking for the music, stuff like that. I'm down for all that. I love talking all that shit. So anytime, guys.
Dude, welcome to the family, man. We're gonna appreciate you. We're gonna love you. Other than that, yeah, you spell your name, Jeremiah. Yeah, Daniel Jeremiah is an analyst, but you're better than him because Daddy teaches you better football.
And Daniel Jeremiah is an idiot.
He's a lot better than that Ian Rappaport guy.
I'm like, look in the background, guys. Other than that, I do appreciate you fellas for joining.
Let's get to this. Cheers.
Yo, Ray. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the wrong boys and girls, what it do. Dilly. I appreciate all of you. I will holler at all of you. I gotta go drop them off. I gotta drop my son off at my grandma's.
Oh, so you're out of here right now. All right.
Oh, I'm there. Work.